hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to ya all. Good to see ya. Ilano, Omega Wolf, Monster CC, Ultra New, Darvish, MKSMOK3. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup tier for you. Thank you. I actually have a Kami War deck. We have so many decks today. We have a smorgasbord of sweet things, and y'all can help me decide what to play. I know we are starting. Number one, Hidetsugu is at 2 in limited. That's kind of insane. Did they win? Did it actually work? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully y'all had a spectacular weekend, and whether you're playing Magic or not playing Magic, I don't care. Hopefully it was a good time. Good to see you, everyone. So today, here's what we got on the list. We're starting with this Hidetsugu consumes all deck, which I really wanna see if it works. This one came across my Twitter. The name's on the deck list. I don't remember the player's name who made it, but it came across my Twitter and it looked intriguing because it's got a lot of weird cards and it's all about winning with Hidetsugu consumes all. Aphrodisiac, happy March to you. First March stream indeed. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. So this deck looks spicy. Like, what we're trying to do is Hidetsugu consumes all. We got no one drop, so it doesn't hurt us at all. Flip it around, and then we can use double strike. We can use counters from Luminarch Aspirant. We can use counters from Showdown of the Skulls. We can use Angel Fire Ignition to hopefully one-shot our opponent. Like, if we can flip this, and then we can give it haste with Angel Fire Ignition, and then we can foretell double strike, that could potentially just kill our opponent. So this is maybe against the odds Hidetsugu consumes all in standard. So that's deck number one. But as I said, we got a bunch of potential backup decks today. Hey, what's up, Sagita? How are you? Good to see you, Seamstress. Also on the backup list, here's what we got. Historic Ninjas. We haven't played Historic Ninjas yet. I'm curious to see how they work in Historic. Pretty typical ninja stuff. I mean, yeah, you draw cards, you ninjutsu stuff. So that's a possibility. We have, I don't think we're going to play this on the stream, but I saw this in the Arena deck list dump, and it's just the weirdest. There's like no rares in the main deck. It's anything that makes a goblin token, Cavalcade of Calamity, Raid Bombardment, Strixhaven Stadium. I guess that's the one rare in our main deck. So kind of like weird goblin tokens trying to win with Strixhaven Stadium. That might be a meme or dream or something. We have the deck that I really want to play, but I'm afraid. Hey, what's up, Seamstress? How are you? I'm a little worried people are gonna freak out. But it is an alchemy deck. But I'm really curious to see how Necroduality does with like Stitcher's Assistant being buffed, with Skullscob being buffed. So maybe if I'm talking into it, we might do a little alchemizing. Kami War also on the backup list. We still got the modified deck we haven't get to. So that is all on our agenda. Although, as I said, we're starting with Hidetsugu consumes all to see what happens. Grumper Dunskin, never been able to catch a live stream. Hey, welcome, Grumper. Good to have you. So, hope you're all doing well today. Let's do our reminders. Talk about this deck. I don't think we got any big Magic news over the weekend. The big news is Thursday. We get our first sneak peek at New Capenna, I guess. The Goblin deck does look funny and super cheap. Skullscop is like so crazy now that it's been buffed. I think it's actually really good. Replay YouTube, that's we'd fight all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Yesterday we did some pioneering for budget Magic. Pioneer's so much fun. So check that out. Tomorrow we are shrining for against odds. Hey Seth, drafting up an email for you with 2 cool decks I've been working on. Ooh, if you got cool decks, send them to me. I was just recording today a Much Brew with a modern viewer submitted deck that's really sweet. So, gonna be some viewer decks coming up in the near future. Hey, welcome, G Galoo. Good to have you. Welcome. If you run into standard ninjas, something to be aware of. Ninjutsuing in Hullbreaker. Wait, someone's ninjutsuing in Hullbreaker? Is that a thing people are doing? That actually sounds sweet. Vaporlock! And also, you, Chris B. Chick 3. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. A reminder, hey, thanks for the cheer, mister. Thank you. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some Kamigawa Neon Dynasty cards, or a Plague Belcher, or a dual deck coat of arms, maybe a Glimmer Void, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes and they'll hook you up. Hey, what's up, Tube Lupin? We're trying to one-shot people with Hidetsugu consumes all. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, get away to support the stream and the channel, the site donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. So, let's talk about this deck and start playing Magic, and then as we go along, we can talk about whatever I want to talk about. Oh, also, y'all have been asking me about this. Have you watched Letterkenny? I've started watching Letterkenny. It's actually really funny. I don't know why I waited so long to start watching it, but I actually really like it. I don't remember who in chat was telling me I should watch it, but I actually started, and it is pretty good. So this deck, Hidetsugu consumes all, Aracalypse passing out the gift subs. I'm only like 2 seasons in, a season and a half in, something like that. So still near the beginning, but oh my goodness, it's really funny. Really funny. Aracalypse with gift subs to Dragon Rustel, Two Shows, Jenkerberg, Jikaru, and TZZ. Welcome to the visual. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So what are we trying to do with this deck? And then we can Letterkenny as we go along. What are we trying to do with this deck? The deck is all about trying to win with Hidetsugu consumes all, or Vessel of the All-Consuming. The Saga side, it's like little weird removal, essentially, graveyard removal. Flips around into a 3/3, gets bigger when it hits the opponent, but the most important thing is, if it can hit the opponent and deal 10 damage to a player in a turn, they lose the game. So what this deck can do is, play the Saga, flip the Saga, and then with some combination of Angel Fire Edition for haste, Kaya's Onslaught for pumping and double striking, counters from Luminarch Aspirant, counters from Showdown of the Skulls, protection from Sagiri Shelter, from Valorous Stance, hopefully flip it and one-shot our opponent. It's like a really weird Saga-y Hidetsugu consumes all version of Mardu stuff, Mardu aggro, Mardu mid-range. So that's what we're starting with. We're starting with some Hidetsugu action, and then we'll go from there. We got so many sweet decks to potentially play today. Hey, what's up, King of Care Flowers? How are you? Good to see you. Let's see. Standard, best of 3, Hidetsugu. So how was everyone's weekend? Anyone do anything sweet this weekend? Spotlight Starlight, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Yeah, Letterkenny's pretty funny. I have been enjoying it. I still got a ways to go to catch up, but hey, what's up, Stone Rain? How are you today, Jesse? Good to see ya. Palisadine for the 4th month. Welcome to the fishbowl. And Altar Boy for the 31st. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Went skiing. Ooh, I'm very bad at skiing. I lived in Colorado for a bit, and in Colorado you got to go skiing. So of course there was like a ski trip that I had to go on. So I went on this ski trip, and it was, oh my goodness, I am really bad at it. You would think, so I'm from upstate New York, so I'm used to the cold and the snow. That's fine. Hey, what's up, Spotlight String? Stage right, good to have you. Welcome, Unfit Parrot. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Well, actually, it was snowboarding. It was not actual skiing. Of course, I'm gonna go snowboarding if I have the choice. But I'm from upstate New York, so I'm used to the cold. And so I thought, no big deal. Like, it's cold, whatever. I'll just throw on some jeans, go up there, ride down the mountain, super easy. Instead, my jeans froze, and I was literally freezing. I learned why people actually dress up in ski clothes, and then I mostly just like fell down the mountain for several hours, and that was the one time that I actually tried to do real skiing. Hey, what's up, Accordion? Good to have you. Welcome. What streaming services do you pay for right now? Is no one playing Arena? Are we the only person playing Arena at the moment? Why is the game not loading? I have Prime, Hulu, and Netflix at the moment. Jeans are evil in the winter. They're especially evil when it comes to skiing. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. Vacation Friday. Ooh, are you doing anything fun, Stone Rain? Are you like going away on vacation, or are you just enjoying some time away from work? I lived in upstate New York, only took on sledding. Yeah, I never skied or snowboarded around here. Only when I was in Colorado. Arena's not working? Well, maybe we're switching to Moto. Maybe all this goes out the window and we're going to find a deck to play at Moto. I didn't actually prepare a deck for Moto, but if Arena doesn't work, I guess that's what we're doing. Opponent. Ooh, go to Pittsburgh for a Penguins game. I think Arena's our opponent at the moment, and it's beating us. Opponent. Restart. All right, well, oh no. I don't know how bad my desktop is right now. You might have to avert your eyes, Jet. You might have to avert your eyes. Okay, it's not that bad. There's some space. We got some space. We're fine. We're good. We're good. Is there a standard deck? There is a standard deck I've been thinking about for some time. I think you can help me with some testing ideas. I thought about Jeskai Millowalkers. Like Jeskai Mill Planeswalkers. That could be sweet. For me, that's pretty good. That's above the curve. For me, you've seen my desktop in the middle of spoiler season. I thought that was actually like pretty clean. Potato David, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. No story weave. We're in the wrong colors for story weaving. All right, here we go. Let's do some consuming. Green white enchantments is crazy. Oh, the build of green white enchantments that we played for Budget Magic 2 weeks ago. Someone actually 5-0'd a league with it. So apparently it works. I mean, I guess maybe that's not a surprise because enchantments have proven to be pretty strong, but it was literally the exact 75 from Budget Magic. So it can compete even on a budget. I built vehicles and ninjas deck for historic, and also thank you for the idea. Wait, vehicles and ninjas together or separate? I guess this is fine. We don't have Hidetsugu consumes all, but I mean, we got a motley crew of dorks. Have I watched John Wick yet? I started watching Letterkenny, so no. Honestly, at this point, because everyone wants me to watch John Wick, I might be getting less likely to watch John Wick. Every time someone asks me about watching it, it adds a week to the clock. I can't give in and let y'all win. Oh, Leonargus Pirate 2-2. Opponent. Green white. It's got to be like a ramp deck. Yeah, the record is not currently correct. Yasharn. Well, I mean, Yasharn doesn't really do anything against us. Opponent. I wish we could watch. I wish we could watch it together. I think copyright means that we can't. But if we could actually do a watch party for John Wick, I would totally do it. I gotta figure out the watch party thing. I know you can do like Amazon Prime watch parties, but then you actually have to. Have Prime to do it, so that would exclude people who don't have Prime, which I don't know. Do you have Prime, chat? Actually, no. Let's do this the other direction. Do you not have Prime? How many of you actually don't have Prime? If we did a Prime viewing party, how many of you would be able to participate in it? Alias Babylon, welcome to the Fishbowl. Land is good. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Play the tap land, go to combat, grow a dork. I think we just got to kill the chariot with this vanishing first this turn, unfortunately. These Kaya onslaughts are going to be interesting at some point. We might be able to jinx our opponent out. No one expects a Kaya onslaught. No one expects it. Hidam, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. No Prime. I don't. Okay, so a decent number of people do not have Prime. Yeah, opponent's gonna make some oh, you know what we need? You know what gets us out of this? You know what gets us out of this situation that's looking very grim? That would be Hidetsugu consumes all. Boom, 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 wipe out the tokens. It could actually work here. Well, get rid of the chariot. We can't have him copying this token. A Discord party could be interesting. Are there no copyright restrictions with this with a Discord party? Now play the tap land. Still no red mana is an issue. Menace, lifelink, spells cost 2 less. Graveyard Trespasser. I mean, we gotta avoid dying. That's the problem. Sai the Celery Guy for the 7th month. Hey, Seth, once again, thank you for your fantastic content and amazingly pressed personality. Always happy to catch streams. It's getting warmer here in Western New York. Finally going to be able to do stuff outside. Do you like the colder weather? For me, like, the summer gets a little hot and humid around here. For me, like 70, 65, 70, like spring and fall weather is my favorite. That is my favorite weather. We're just gonna trespass. Not exile. Counter. I mean, our board's getting big, but our opponent's board's also getting big. But yeah, the weather is getting better. I'm trying to figure out, have any of you ever gotten a pool? So I got the house last fall. So this is gonna be the first summer where I actually can do housey stuff outside. Because by the time I actually moved in, it was like the end of September. It was like October. So there's a place here for a pool, but there is no pool. I'm trying to figure out if I should put in a pool. It would be kind of sweet, I think. I don't know how much I'd use it. The most important question is, can dogs go in the pool? I've heard mixed things. Someone said I couldn't let Bear go in the pool because he would destroy it. I don't know if that's actually true. The Juice Caboose. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. A lot of upkeep. Yeah, upkeep does not sound appealing. Upkeep takes away from time playing Magic. That's the big issue. Opponents got some removal. Takes our bigger aspirant. Ugh. This is looking sketchy. Where's our Hidetsugu Consumes All? Opponent passes. Well, there's red mana, so play that. How do we get out of this? So we can play Florian, but it doesn't do anything. All right, let's play Killian. Play Killian, step 1. About it. You can only use a pool for like 3 or 4 months and cover it the rest of the year. Yeah. May, June, July, August. Yeah, maybe like 4 or 5 months. Somewhere in that range. Float a mana. Whoa! Who built this deck? Oh no. No. Oh my god. Oh, that is incorrect. That is incorrect. Oh, random Twitter user whose name I do not remember. Oh no. Okay, well. Woo, that is it. We're gonna have to fix that after this game because there's no way that 0 basics is correct. No. Like, it is. I'm getting nightmares. How many Prime subs did I give you that you can afford a pool that quick? Oh, it's been adding up. I've been saving up for the pool. Like, here's the thing, like, okay, so I don't really care about a pool that much myself. Maybe if it gets really hot and humid, I would get into like cool down. But I got a lot of family that lives near here, and I think some of them would enjoy it. So that's what I was kind of thinking, is like, it would be a nice place for, people to hang out in the summer. Ooh, okay. This is getting bad. Oh, we definitely got to fix this deck. If you play standard, do not play 0 basics. Please. You will lose. You will die. It is brutal. Don't do it. No. Opponent. Going to go attacking. Oh, and all their stuff's indestructible. Oh, we're in horrible shape. Okay. Block, take a billion. Yeah, there's Hidetsugu Consumes All. That is the card that could potentially save us. Can we draw our namesake card? The card that made us want to play this deck? No. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna pretend like this match doesn't count. This one doesn't count. No. No. I'm gonna blame this on whoever built the deck, and then we're gonna block this out of our minds. And now we're going to add a basic land. And then we're going to win with Hidetsugu Consumes All. And Historic can get away with it in certain archetypes, but not in current standard. I mean, the cost of playing 1 is like so low. It's so low. Even if you're 5, I don't even care. There's no excuse. We're in a Beseju world. There's Beseju. Yeah, I'm just trying to set up for the hot tub streams. What color? Red, black. I mean, we're evenly split. Let's add a plains. A nice Mirage Plains. Get rid of Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Let's go 2. Let's add a Swamp. Get rid of a Pathway, which isn't very good anyway. All right. Now we're gonna win with Hidetsugu Consumes All. Yeah, that never happened. Hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Blah blah blah. Today we're gonna play Hidetsugu Consumes All. Blah blah blah. And let's play our first match. Can we do it? Someone cut the basics for more hives. I don't really understand the concept of hot tub streaming. I've never actually watched a hot tub stream. I think I've seen like some pictures come across my Twitter. Do people actually play games in the hot tub? That would be entertaining. Like if you're just hanging out in the hot tub, I don't really understand. I mean, everyone watches whatever they watch. So if that's your thing, I'm cool with it. Everyone, you do you. I don't really understand the appeal of just watching someone else in a hot tub. It's kind of like food pics. I enjoy eating food. I enjoy eating food a lot. When someone posts a picture of food on their Twitter or whatever, that doesn't appeal to me. I don't really care what you're eating. If you're in a hot tub playing Magic though, that sounds entertaining. Or any game for that matter. That would be an interesting stream. If you could, and you'd also have like the added risk of possibly electrocuting yourself, which would be kind of hanging over the whole thing. Okay, opponent, Enchantress. Well, let's start growing our dorks. Hidetsugu Consumes All can get rid of that eventually. The hot tub streamers generally don't have your beard. Maybe that's my competitive. Ooh, oh my goodness. Someone is gonna do that and they're gonna get 1 million YouTube views. Commander in a hot tub. Oh, that would get Game Night's views. That would actually work too. 4 players in a hot tub, some sort of floating table in the middle. That would actually be super popular, I think. I honestly think a ton of people would watch that. That is an accidentally brilliant idea. I might actually pitch that for a special episode of Commander Clash. I don't think any of us have a hot tub, but if we did, oh my goodness. I mean, I don't think you can use proxies. That'd be cheating. That's part of what makes it fun, is someone could actually accidentally drop a fetch land or something into the... Could you imagine someone loses and just flips the floating table? Showdown of the Skulls. Well, we gotta get rid of this. Wouldn't that be entertaining? I would watch that. Northern Vanguard, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Why do we never draw Hidetsugu Consumes All? Why? Well, we're going to play this. We're going to name Showdown of the Skulls. Play this on black. Go to Combat Grower, Luminarchus Pirate, Silver Coast Silencer. Let's see if this card's actually good. No one really plays Silencer, but this might be its time to shine. Seth, you're like 7 feet long. You need a big hot tub for you and the rest of the crew. I mean, I'm sure they make extra large hot tubs. They got to. I think I saw a video where Game Grumps played Magic in a pool. See, maybe that's the argument for me actually getting a pool. Maybe I got to get it for content. Do we need pool content? That might be the excuse. Opponent, Runeforge Champion. And I mean, that's an unexplored content avenue. Lots of people play Magic. Lots of people play on, Arena or on Magic Online. Very few people play Magic while in a pool or outdoors. You could go on some sort of nature show, magic show hybrid. Like you hike up a mountain, and then when you get there, you play a game of Magic. Or like in the middle of the woods. Like cross Like cross game nights with Survivor Man, or you go and you take 4 commander players and make them live with no food, no support in the woods for like 2 weeks, and then they have to play a game of commander before they can come home. That, who wouldn't watch that? I would watch that. I don't even care about any of those things, but I would totally watch that if someone made that video. Well, play the land. Counter on Luminarch Aspirant. Hit ya. Well, let's see how much our opponent can do with this Runeforge Champion. Hey, I'm doing wonderful, Git. Flocked, how are you? Good to see you, good to see you. You're describing my high school Boy Scout camping trips, but did you put it on YouTube? That's the real question. If it's not on YouTube, it doesn't exist. About it. Rune of Speed. That would not be a series I would make. Oh my goodness. I had a friend back in the band days. I had a friend who loved camping, and would always talk us into like climbing up some huge hill for an hour so we could play our guitars on the top of the hill. And oh my goodness, I do not really enjoy stuff like that. That's not my area of expertise at all. All right, we're getting smacked, big time smacked. How can we win this game? Okay, so all right, let's think about this. There's got to be a way. Kaya's Onslaught Angel Fire Ignition seems kind of good. All right, so let's play this on. Wow, we're gonna waste all of these showdown cards. Angel Fire Ignition on Luminarch Aspirant. Counter on Luminarch. We're going all in. We're all in. We're Voltrotting. Go to combat. Counter on Luminarch. Is this enough? Attack you. Attack you. This should be enough, right? Is this enough? Is this enough? Oh, Kaya's Onslaught. Is Kaya's Onslaught actually a good card? It might actually be a good card. About it. We're trying to win with Hidetsugu Consumes All, but oh yeah. Oh, that's so much damage. Oh, that's so much damage. Oh my god, that's so much damage. Imagine if that was a flipped Hidetsugu rather than a Luminarch Aspirant. Oh, from almost dead to 28 and 22 damage to our opponent. Yeah, that was impressive. I'm gonna date myself, but YouTube didn't exist then. I mean, I guess that's true. YouTube didn't exist when I was doing stuff like that either. Hey Seth, when am I going to be able to use my 100,000 channel points on things other than highlighting my messages? I feel bad answering this question because every time I'm asked this question, my answer is I want to do cool things with the channel points. We'll do something sweet with them. I haven't figured it out yet, but don't worry, we'll figure it out eventually. But I feel like I've been saying those same things for a long time now, like a year. So I don't know how to answer that correctly. Although we do need to be able to do something with them. We gamble them on occasion. I think that's the only other thing we've done with them. But we need rewards. We need some sort of rewards. I mean, here's what I'd like to do is have some sort of reward that you can spend channel points on, but I would also just like to have some sort of sub reward. It couldn't be something huge, but a sticker, something just as a thank you for everyone who's been here for so long. We could definitely do more. We've done like giveaways and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, maybe it's a meme now. A deck tech? Wait, give you a deck tech? Yeah, I mean, that would kind of be interesting. Maybe we do. What do you think about this idea? This would be something that we could implement easily and quickly. What if we did a stream where you can pay? Oh, we should probably sideboard, shouldn't we? What if we did a stream where you can pay a certain amount of channel points, and if you pay a certain amount of channel points, you are able to choose the deck that we play. How about that? Would that be interesting? So we do a special stream for, I would have to figure out the actual numbers, but you cash in so many channel points and you get to choose the deck, no questions asked. It can be good, it can be bad, it can be your personal brew, whatever you want. It's your channel points. That could be kind of fun. Blood Burning. Ooh, the bloody burn deck. That is, ooh, how is Reinforced Ronin bad? I like that Reinforced Ronin is cheap. It's kind of the closest thing we've seen to budget Goblin Guide, I would say. And it's a card that showed up in a lot of places. It's been showing up more and more. Let's think about this. Tap land, go. Then we can get Killianing. Opponent gets and hits us. Channel points could be redeemed for a best of 3 match with Olive. Yeah, so I've thought about doing that for like our viewer battle streams. Is you can pay so many channel points and be able to play, but I kind of want everyone to have a chance to play. Maybe there could be a way to do it where, I don't know, you'd move to the front of the line or something if you cash in channel points. I don't know if there's a way to do it. No Necroduality yet. It's on the list. Do we get to play Necroduality? Are y'all gonna leave? We haven't played Alchemy in a long time. Alchemy, I love Necroduality. Necroduality is so sweet. Ooh, that would be fun. Actually, so through a weird quirk of fate. And I don't know if I can actually make this happen. This all just happened in like the last few days, last week. So I know someone, there's a mall in, wow, we are getting smacked. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have Runeforge Champion and, oh, we're getting super smacked. Wow. We have 2 lands and our opponent we're dead. We're super dead. Oh, we're a million % dead. Well, kill that, I guess. And pass the turn and hope for a miracle. So someone I know, there's a mall near Syracuse, New York, an old mall, great northern mall, I think it's called. But there's a big building there, and someone that I know ended up buying it, and they have this huge space, like 10,000 square feet of space. And they don't know what to do with it. I'm like, wow, maybe you could do a magic event. And I was like, that would be interesting. I don't know if it'd be possible. What about like Goldfish Con, Goldfish Fest, something like that? It would be kind of fun to actually do an in-person event. I don't know. It might still be too early with everything that's going on, but that would be kind of fun to actually all meet up in person. We've met up in person a little bit at like GP Vegas, but it would be really fun to get to meet more of the people from the stream and from the YouTube that I've just never got to actually. Ooh, the fishbowl. That actually is the perfect name for it, isn't it? Also, never been to New York. Well, you will probably be disappointed. Upstate New York is not what most people think of when they think of New York. Most people, when they think of New York, they think of New York City. Upstate New York is nothing like New York City. I mean, this all just popped into my head. So this isn't like something I've talked to Richard about and planned, so take it with a grain of salt. It's not like there's Goldfish Fest planned and this is an official thing. This just, as we were talking about things, it just kind of reminded me of that conversation about, hey, I got this big space, like you could do something with it. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's not, there's no official Goldfish Con or anything, but that would be really sweet to do a fishbowl. Is the Saga a win more card? Probably. But everyone says win more like it's a bad thing. Like, I want to win more. Who doesn't want to win more? The games where you win more are some of my favorite wins. I don't want to just squeak out a win. I want to do something spectacular. But I mean, so Hidetsugu second right. I think what matters is the removal mode being good. If the removal mode is good, then I think that Hidetsugu second right's pretty good. If the removal mode's not good, then I think it becomes a lot more of a win more card. I think we're getting rid of this borrow time to get back our Florian to hopefully go drawing. I am always told that Lithiform Engine is a win more card. So, yeah, so I want to play it because it's fun. I love Lithiform Engine. Lithiform Engine is just such a fun card. All right, opponent, growing their dorks. These Valorous stances could be good eventually. Opponent gets in and hits us. Sure, down to 15. And are they going to play around Valorous stance? That's interesting. Opponent, land. Well, we will Vanishing Verse, the borrowed time. Get back our Florian. Untap. Go to combat. Attack you. Take it. Dig it. Ooh, okay. We get to go dig it. Oh, there's Hidetsugu consumes all. That's actually pretty good. I mean, I think we're going to take it. It gets rid of the visitor, at least. We do miss our land drop, which is awkward, but I mean, this is what we came here to do. We can't play a deck about winning with Hidetsugu consumes all and then not play Hidetsugu consumes all when we get the chance. Out of here, generous visitor. Your go, opponent. Well, let's see if our opponent can Rune Storm here. Rune for champion. Opponent. Wasn't the visitor... Rune of Speed. Gonna haste him up. Draw a card. Rune of Might. Alright. Well, let's see how many runes our opponent can draw in a row. Oh, come on now. Alright, opponent, finally, stop drawing runes. Hits us down to 8, which is not great. Plays a land. Exile the graveyard for no value. Go to combat. Attack you. We're kinda losing. Florian. Take the land. Play the land. Okay, kill the Runeforge champion. Pass the turn. Next turn, we actually get a Hidetsugu. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Again? I mean, if you draw enough runes, it's pretty powerful. Like, if you can make your runes free and draw enough of them, I think the most explosive builds involve... Goldspan. If you can be putting me on Goldspan, it's really absurd. Rune of Sustenance. Okay, opponent keeps drawing runes. And I don't think we can win next turn either. Opponent plays a land. Handful of cards. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, we're super dead. Opponent. Well, this is a little unfortunate that all of the Rune Forges were right at the top of our opponent's deck. Opponent. Rune of Might. I mean, they got to be running out, right? They've just played... They played 3 Runeforge champion. Oh my god. that was interesting. Well, I mean, that's what you're trying to do with the Runestorm deck. How are you casting runes from your graveyard? Huh. Well, that was impressive. I mean, I think our opponent's running was very very hot there to have so many Runeforge champions in the top of their deck, and then just to draw so many runes. I mean, we're just literally dead on board, right? They have a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 3/3, and we're at 8. They don't even have to do anything to win there, right? Because all their stuff had haste, so. Oh dear. Oh boy. Okay. To the realm of. To the realm of all the counters in the world. Well, let's play. No matter what we do, it's gonna die, right? I think. A million times over. Well, Graveyard Trespasser, go. Opponent. Alright. Discards a Celestus, bounces. I mean, I guess our opponent's only got a couple of cards in hand, so that's something. Hey, good dog. How was your weekend? About it. Passes, loots. Oh boy. Well, there might be some Hullbreaker horrors in our future. Play a land. Graveyard Trespasser. Opponent. Alright. I might as well exile stuff. Hello, Seth. I've been playing this week's Budget Magic deck all day. It's super sweet. How are you? Hey, yeah, the Budget Magic deck's super fun. I'm glad you you enjoyed it. I also like that one. About it. I'm doing well. How are you, by the way? We swapped the office and the bedroom, so I was exhausted. Meat Hook Massacre. Okay. I'll play a land. Silver Quill Silencer. And we're just gonna name Hullbreaker Lear? Maybe it's Lear? I don't even know. I'll see him. Well, we'll go Hullbreak. Angel Fire Ignition. Hit you for a tiny bit. Down to 7, dude. Opponent gets to loot. Need something cheap after dropping a bunch of money on Brandon Sanderson's latest Kickstarter. What is a Kickstarter? Opponent. Discards. Plays a land. Celestus is so absurd. I think that Celestus deserves a spot on underrated card list. I don't remember anyone talking about how busted it is, and it's so good. Like, it's just so strong. Well, Florian. How about it? But we can't even really attack, can we? Because they fire this up. Awkward. Awkward. And then we get Wrathed. Yeah, this is bad in a bunch of ways. All right, well, pass the turn. This Hall the Storm Giants holding down the fort for our opponent. Well, pass the turn. Hullbreaker, we get to draw a card. I mean, thankfully we do get to kill this or exile it. All right. Well, Hullbreaker down, and we get to draw a card, so that kind of worked out. Opponent still looting. That company thinks it's such a sweet card. Opponent. Wow, main phase looting. That's looking a little desperate, perhaps. This is our first game, right, chat? About it. Finds an Inferno Grasp. Well, go to combat. Hit ya. Come on, Florian. Something. Well, Showdown of the Skulls counts. That is something. Showdown of the Skulls. Draw some cards. Play a land. Luminarchus Pirate. Go. Opponent loots every turn, sometimes twice a turn. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I had an article idea. All of the cards' effects, which were considered unplayable, but with a very minor buff became standard staples. There are actually a surprising many of them. Cancel and Summon, Shock, Village Rites, Divination, Inspiration, Act on Impulse, Opponent. More sweepers. is a lot of cards to be able to do literally nothing. And let our opponent continue to loot. Maybe this deck's just, I mean, maybe this deck's just bad. Wow, they get to loot the land out of the way. We can't kill Hall the Storm Giant with Vanishing Verse because lands are colorless. Opponent hits us. Come on, deck. Come on, please. Well, Florian is something at least. Florian. Angel Fire Ignition. Hitcha. Wow. This is... Kaya's Onslaught does seem sweet. Like, the amount of damage it can deal is pretty impressive. So many lands. We didn't play a land, did we? I don't think. Hidetsugu consumes all. Land. Hidetsugu. Set it up for the future. Counter on the Florian. Okay. There's actual action. Opponent. Loots, of course. Wait, what am I getting punted for? Oh, it actually... Okay. It actually has a color. You're correct. Yeah, a punt is deserved for that one. You're right. It actually specifically turns into a blue creature. Opponent does a bit of removing. Well, we put a lot of lands to the bottom, so hopefully we find action at some point. Exile all of our goodies. Wow, that's actually pretty awkward with Angel Fire Ignition, isn't it? Non-bow Central over here. Won't play the land. Yeah, those Angel Fire Ignitions would have been good. Those would have been nice. I would have liked to enjoy the having those. Oh, did we get deceived by Twitter? Did we get deceived by Twitter into thinking that Hidetsugu's second right was actually that this deck would actually work? Opponent passes and loots. Yeah. Draws. Discards. I'll go to combat. Attack you. Oh, if we had those Angel Fire Ignitions, we could have won here. It would have been lethal. If we didn't exile our own graveyard, it would have been lethal. We could have hasted it. Kaya's onslaughted it. Game. Oh, we were so close. We were so close. Right now, we're trying to win with Vessel of the All-Consuming, and then we're going to try some Necrodualitying after that. Yeah, okay, pass. You get to loot. Come on. Come on, Vessel. Come on. We want this win. We want this win. Oh, no, it's going to pass. They get to... Oh, my God, that's Showdown of the Scalds. Okay, Showdown of the Scalds. Please tell me you don't have a counter. We're getting close. We're getting close. Okay. Draw us those cards. Land on whatever. Oh, are we going to be able to do it? We're so close. Go to combat. Attack you. We need these sweet, sweet counters. Or is our opponent going to die? Maybe this is win more. We need to do another viewer battle stream in the near future. It's time. It is time for a viewer battle stream. We haven't Necroduality yet. That's next up on our list. Well, Silencer. Aww. All right, opponent hates fun. I just want to kill someone with Hidetsugu's second right. Is it really too much to ask? Is that really across the line? Well, Hidetsugu again. Yeah, we got to do another viewer battle stream. Hey, what's up, Great Destroyer? Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, run out our stuff. Pass the turn. Opponent loots up to 12. Come on. Come on. They shouldn't have too many more meat hugs. Wow, discards March of Wretched. All right. every wrath. Well, we will exile some cards. Thankfully, this time we don't have anything relevant in the graveyard. We need Angel Fire Ignition. If we find Angel Fire Ignition, it straight up wins. Like, it is lethal. It wins the... Oh, we should have played this first, shouldn't we have? Yeah, that's a little punt. That's a slight punt. We could have got a counter on it. So that's a small punt. Pass the turn. Come on. Angel Fire Ignition. We want the one-shot. We want the one-shot. Pass the turn. I built a deck with Mirrorbox, Vorinclex, Tamiyo, and Jin. It got insane. I played Tamiyo for 20 loyalty and had 5 notebooks. Wow. That is actually super impressive. It's a mini punt. Mini punt. About it. Lose away a land. Another Killian. Alright, flip him. So one thing I've noticed is that the removal aspect of Hidetsugu Consumes All hasn't actually been super helpful. Well, go Luminarchus Pirate. Go to combat. Attack ya. Opponent. Memory Deluge. Going to find some answers, I assume. Opponent takes it. I don't even think we play a creature because our opponent very likely has a sweeper. As much as Hidetsugu is win more in this deck, it feels really well positioned as a removal spell in a format full of generous visitors and cat tokens. That's true. Maybe we just haven't hit the matchups where it's going to be effective. That's possible. Opponent's passing. Well, all right. We draw more Killians. We flip the vessel. Play Killian. Get rid of Junji. Come on. Yeah, I mean, opponent's got mana open for days, so this isn't going to work the way we want it to. Okay. Kills a gains of life. Oh, I think we gotta try to win. Go attacking. Are you dead? Are you dead? Are you dead? Oh, thank the magic gods. Okay. Well, we didn't get the Hidetsugu win, but we did beat Infinite Raz. Yeah, I don't know where the giant went. Well, check with traps definitely in. Humiliate definitely in. And I think this is actually Rizona. Maybe Rizona's just bad. The matchup where you want Rizona is control. But look at our opponent's deck. Meat Hook Massacre, Shadow's Verdict. I don't even think it does anything. Like, I don't even think it works against control. Same with Valorous Stance. Like, Valorous Stance is good at protecting from removal, but I don't know if it's good at protecting against removal against our opponent's deck, because our opponent's deck just, all their removal is so exile-y. Glenn, Voice of Reason, Spellslinger. Ooh. I have not actually played with any of the Walking Dead commanders. That's a cool idea. How many? That's a good question, actually. How many of you chat have played with the Walking Dead commanders? Have they become acceptable now? I'm curious if they're ever going to be considered like, I don't care what people play whatever you want to play, but I know some people when the Walking Dead Secret Lair drop came out were like, if anyone sits down at a table with these, I'll never play with them, it's gonna be a huge, like, people got really hyped up. I was wondering, as we keep getting more and more of them, if people are eventually just not going to have as strong of feelings about them. The Mike Arnold, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. All right, Valorous Stance out. Discard in. Trimachillion. Trimakaya's Onslaught. Trim Angel Fire Ignition, since we're probably going to end up exiling it anyway. All right, let's try it like that. Run it back. Michonne is fun in paper, but bugged on Moto. Rick is strong. Rick was played in Legacy a little bit even. Graving, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 7th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. I've only seen Rick, but it was Odric's Steadfast Leader instead. I feel like, so the problem with Rick is, you know, they're gonna do a Rick and Morty lair drop at some point. How many cards named Rick can we possibly have in Magic? That's one of the kind of funny issues. How are they gonna run into a point where they have to stop making these crossover secret lair drops just because they've used up the names? In Magic, they can just make up a new crazy name that I can't mispronounce. But if you're actually using someone else's characters, you kind of got to stick with their name. I wonder if there's a pinch where eventually they're gonna run out of names to use. There's no way there's not a Rick and Morty lair. I mean, unless whenever we talk about lair drops, it's got to come with the asterisk that it depends on them being able to get the IP. But I would be shocked if they had a chance to make a Rick and Morty secret lair drop and turned it down. Shocked, I tell you. 1, 2, 3. They've cast Inferno Grasp. I'm worried about this getting countered by Juari Disruption. Yeah, let's just silence her. Name the Miug Massacre. Pass the turn. I never really watched Walking Dead. I wonder if people's reaction to the crossover secret lair drops is just based on how good the original IP was. It almost seems like that. Like, Street Fighter obviously was iconic in its age, at least, and everyone loves it. Stranger Things, I think, started off strong but fizzled. At least that's how I view it. And people were kind of meh about it. Walking Dead, I guess Walking Dead was pretty popular at its time. But by the time we got the secret lair drop, I think it was trending downward. Well, let's play this on white. Check our opponent for traps. Opponent negates. Oh god. Alright, well, Luminarch Aspirant. Counter on the silencer. Hitcha. So what do you think's coming next for lair drops? Simpsons? Alright, there's a Miug. At least we get to draw a card. It's not great, but we do get to draw a card. Play a land. Trespasser. Eat an Inferno Grasp. Foretell, pass the turd. Oh, it's just so hard to stick anything against this deck. Oh, Mortal Kombat would be sweet. Yeah, I was thinking of stuff that wasn't announced. Like, we know Fortnite's happening. Oh, I could get behind an Always Sunny lair drop. Opponent, more removal. Discards a card, gains a life. We draw a land past the turd. Ooh, is Star Wars even a possibility? Game of Thrones would fit the mold of things that were popular but no longer around, or not as popular as they used to be. Well, Foretell, play the land, pass the turd, opponent adapts. Power Rangers seems pretty likely too. Well, Luminarch Aspirant. Opponent's back up to 17. 17 points of life. Well, pass the turn. Opponent adapts. Passes. We draw even more lands. Which means we can't attack. I'll counter on Luminarch Aspirant. Pass the turn. Beavis and Butthead. Ooh, Mario. Mario would be sweet. Opponent. That's another one. I don't know how easy it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, deck. Come on now, deck. Why do you keep doing this to us? Well, I mean, we'll put a counter on it. Pass the turn. Oh, all right. Well, sure. Oh, well, we greatly outdrew our controlled opponent in lands. I just want to see the kill happen once. Just once. One time. And then we can play Necroduality. Yeah, I think Twitter might have got us with this deck. In the most recent podcast, you talked about having to join Penny Dreadful to play, join a discard to play Penny Dreadful, but you can join leagues through their website and then joining any match in open play that is marked with being a Penny Dreadful league game. Interesting. So Naz, if you do that, what how often can you find games? Like, can you find a game at any time? So let's say you sign up through their website. You sign up through their website. Is it pretty quick and easy? Like, can you just jump on Moto at any time and actually play? That's definitely, that would be appealing if that is how it works. Well, go to combat. Attack you. You know what we would like? We would like some red Magic the Gathering mana. Would you like to Field of Ruinous, opponent? Oh, we don't have a mountain anyway. The Celestis. Opponent has red mana. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Not good. Not good, not good. Well, check for traps. We'll take the Memory Deluge. Well, we're going to try our hardest. Try our hardest through the mana screw. Opponent down to 15 past the turn. Opponent adapts. You can actually look at Moto right now and see for yourself. Yeah, but we're playing on Arena at the moment. That sounds like a bit of a hassle. You mentioned in the podcast that people should do what they think is fun. Here's my question. Is there a reason you are careful with alchemy content that is less fun when people get so mad about it rather than you don't? Let me read. Oh my God. I wish we had. Oh, this mana screw. So I think this deck is either cursed or bad. Those are the two options. Cursed or bad. Oh, no. Yes, it's super over. So you mentioned in your podcast that people should do what they think is fun. So here's my question. Is the reason you are careful with alchemy content that it's less fun when people are mad about it rather than you don't think it's fun to play the format? Alchemy's tricky. Oh, geez. Oh, the worst. The worst. Yeah. I'm getting pretty close to the scoop. Like, we can't cast anything. And against the control deck, that is devastating. Like, we're just giving our opponent all the time in the world to draw whatever. Oh my literal God, it's a land. Unfortunately, our opponent has a million counters that we know of. So I don't think this does anything, but boom, Florian. And they have another Memory Deluge. Oh, we needed the land earlier. We would have had a shot. Hey, what's up, Odin? How are you? Opponent? Yeah. That's another counter. Go to combat attack, yeah. Opponent. I mean, this Killian has gotten in for 10. It's done a tiny bit of work. Opponent. So Alchemy, the problem is it's so similar to Standard. That's kind of the hard part. Like, there's very little difference between the two formats. So when it comes to the choice of what you want to play, there's another option that is super, super similar. And that makes it tricky. Like, if everyone hates Alchemy, for the most part, you can kind of do the same thing in Standard. And if everyone hates Standard, for the most part, you can do the same thing in Alchemy. So having two formats that are so similar to each other makes the whole thing with Alchemy, I think, unique compared to like Modern to Standard, or Legacy to Standard, or Modern to Pioneer even. So, and also Alchemy is just, the initial response from people has been very negative. So that's kind of been why I've also been a little bit hesitant. I do think Alchemy's fun, but it's also very similar to Standard most of the time. I think that Alchemy is most appealing. Well, all right, opponent. Loot away, Fred. I think Alchemy is most appealing when we get new cards. I don't think there's a point to Alchemy, in my opinion. I mean, I think there's a point. So here's what I would say the point of Alchemy is Standard's kind of been pretty hit or miss for the last few years. And Alchemy gives Wizards a way to adjust cards on the fly. Like, I think there is value to that. Whether or not that's worth it, and it's worth adding a whole nother format, like, that's a legitimate question. But I do think there is, like, a point to it. Silverbox for the 32nd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Florian, counter on Killian. Go to combat. Attack you. Huh. Hit ya. Draw with Florian. Get a check for traps. Play the check for traps. Counter on Florian. This is so close. I mean, we know they have... All right, well, that's unfortunate. All right, so opponent drew into double Hullbreaker Horror, so there's a Hullbreaker Horror. And, I mean, I guess that's that. Oh, opponent. Yeah, I mean, if we could resolve stuff, it would have been lethal, but we... Seriously? Alright, so opponent top decks a Shadow's Verdict to go with their double Hullbreakers. And I just say Alchemy because of what it does to Historic. No reason for standard nerfs and buffs to affect Historic. I mean, that is my main issue with it as well. Like, I actually like Alchemy existing. Like, Alchemy the format I like. But I do think that it was a horrible decision to wreck Historic to add Alchemy. Showdown of those golds. So that's a bunch of cards that don't do anything, unfortunately. Well, Humiliate. About it. Counters, Hullbreaker. Is there any possible way of us winning this game? Opponent picks up the Celestis for some reason. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I know miracles can happen. You never know. Maybe our opponent cannot cast any permanents and not bounce anything with Hullbreaker Horror. That's asking for a lot. It's asking for a lot to go right. I mean, have you enjoyed playing Historic? Do you think that buffs are bad for Historic? The opponent goes to combat. Wow. Does this mean they have instant speed something in hand? Like, in theory, we can present lethal, but well, we'll see what our opponent does. If they... opponent passes. Ugh. So we just gotta run stuff out and hope that this card is a nothing, and if it's a something, we lose. I mean, I guess that's it. I guess that's all we really can do. So we play Killian. We play Angel Fire Ignition. What's that card? What is that card? We play the land. When we go to combat, I have this feeling of horror that this is all about to fizzle. Guys, onslaught. What is that card? Who's getting the good game? Us or you? Oh, we did it! That wasn't the win we wanted. That was not the Hidetsugu win, but we'll take it. We'll take it. So what is your experience been in with alchemy? Do I think that buffs are bad for historic? I think that people didn't sign up for nerfs and buffs in historic. Here's my issue. My issue is twofold. So one is when people were spending their wild cards to build historic decks, nerfs and buffs were not part of the deal at the time. In alchemy, that was part of the deal. That's the whole point of the format. So in alchemy, when things are nerfed and buffed, hey, thank you, Krillix. When things are nerfed and buffed, that's just how the format works. So I'm perfectly fine with it. In alchemy, I actually am fine with Wizards nerfing and buffing without reimbursement. But in historic, that's not what people signed up for. The other problem is the cards that are nerfed and buffed for standard, for alchemy, which is standard, not for historic. So what ends up happening is cards that are fine in historic end up getting worse or better in hurting people's historic decks for no reason. If Wizards wanted to nerf and buff in historic and did the nerfs and buffs based on what's best for historic, I could probably get behind that, honestly. I would still have economic concerns that I would hope that Wizards would deal with, that I don't have many, I don't know, realistic expectations that they actually are going to fix. But my big issue is it's not focused on the historic format. The changes are hitting historic, but that's not why. The best interest of historic is not in mind, basically. Well, Silver Quill's Islands are go. Where's Hidetsugu? This is a matchup where Hidetsugu could maybe do something. Oh, definitely do something. This is like maybe the dream matchup. Opponent gets in, hits us. Sure. Not a Hidetsugu, but that's okay. That's okay. We got time. Play a Killian and hit ya. Oh, Hidetsugu. This is finally a good matchup for it. I mean, do y'all play alchemy? How was your alchemy experience, Ben? So I opened up the freeform tournament practice on Moto. I've seen 4 league matches for PD leagues. Also, the monthly rotation is today, and that's exciting. That is, wait, monthly rotation? Does rotation happen monthly now? I thought that rotation happened with set releases. Did it used to work that way, or am I just wrong about all that? I'll play the land, Showdown of the Scalds. Go looking for a Hidetsugu second, right? Opponent. Oh, chat. So something I've been... Those were not the greatest hits ever. So something I've been trying to get a list of, and you can probably help me with this. What are some of the worst decisions that Wizards has made with Arena? For example, here's an example to get you started. Like trying to charge double wildcards for historic. Remember when they were going to do 2 wildcards? So if you wanted a mythic, you had to give them 2 mythic wildcards. Another example could be like having the alchemy nerfs impact historic. That would be another one. So I'm not talking about bugs. Not bugs where, oh, something went wrong and things aren't going as well as they should be, but like conscious choices. No dusting, no spectator mode. Those are good one. Oh, Brawl. Remember when people wanted Brawl and then they added Brawl, but it cost a ton of money? I might be misremembering the details of that, but it was something like people asked for Brawl, and Wizard was like, "Oh, you want Brawl, do you? Well, then give us a whole bunch of money." No multiplayer is a big one. It's kind of funny. I don't know if they got wrecked there because Commander, when they started building Arena, probably wasn't as popular. But now Commander is like the dominant force in Magic, and not having it on the new client is a little disappointing, for sure. Well, let's get rid of wedding festivities. Stopping development on Pioneer. That is a good one. So I think Brawl was only available on Wednesdays, and then they added a queue, but it was very expensive, and then eventually they just added it all together. It took a while, but eventually they did just straight up add it. I'll go to combat, attack you. Actually, maybe we gotta kill this Wandering Emperor. Attack. Actually, all right, we'll attack with Killian. See what our opponent does. See if we can Killian the Wandering Emperor. No codes and physical boosters. All right, opponent blocks and also blocks. Well, I mean, this is use it or lose it, right? Yeah. So we might as well double strike. And put a counter on the silencer. About it. All right, so opponent's gonna lose our board. We need more Showdown of the Scalds. Oh, I got you, Naz. That makes sense. Oh, it's Cast the Deadly Dispute, so we get to draw a card. Still not Hidetsugu second. Where is Hidetsugu consumes all? Where is the Hidetsugu? That's what we need, opponent. Does some chumping, loses their stuff. Tutors up. Hey, thank you for the cheer, by the way. Necrotic fumes. Okay. Oh, yeah, I think we got a Vanishing Verse, unfortunately. Pass the turn. About it. Oh, Hidetsugu would be so bonkers here. Twitch Quadium for the 51st month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Necrotic fumes. Exiling the Twitch. Interesting decision. About it. Can we win here? Is it possible? 4, 5, 6, 7. We get 2 counters, 8, 9. 9, 18. I mean, I think we probably just go for it. Do we just go for as much damage as possible? It's like not quite lethal, but they could have removal. Yeah, that's a weird thing with all the Arena stuff is when they launched Arena, they were like, hey, it's super easy to do all this. We're building in Unity because it's going to be super easy. So the hardness of some of that stuff, I definitely maybe call into question based on what Wizards initially said. Brandon Page, first time sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So, okay, let's think about this. Angel Fire Ignition. 6 power, 7 power. This 8, 9 power. Opponent's at 14. If our opponent has a removal, we get blown out. Otherwise, they have to block with their most of their board. We can also just wait. We can, okay, let's Graveyard Trespasser. Counter on the Silencer. Exile the Eye Twitch. Land on whatever. Go to combat. Attack you. About it. Yeah. Opponent blocks. Oh, wait. Yeah, that actually might have been... Why is our opponent's life total so low? I thought our opponent was at 18. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would have been lethal. For some reason, I had them at 18, but they are not at 18. Opponent. Well, yeah, the risk is... Yeah, so lethal is good. The risk is removal. Infinite loops are always going to be a problem, I think. Like, that's going to be very difficult to do the way you would do in paper, no matter what. So I give Wizards some slack there. Although Moto does it better, which is a little bit awkward. Like, the places where Arena lags behind Moto are maybe the most awkward, just because they know how to know how to do it. So removal's still a possibility. I'll go to combat. Attack you. We're just gonna play. Well, yeah, we're just gonna play it. The problem with playing it slow is, I guess this is giving our opponent a chance to draw into a sweeper of some kind, which would be bad for us. So maybe that's the argument against playing it slow here and trying to play around removal. Opponent goes to 9. Foretell. I mean, the good news is, if our opponent does find a sweeper, hopefully we can just haste kill. And opponent scoops it up. You only ever see someone posting someone being angry. I mean, so my experience with the Moto chat is that it's been overwhelmingly positive. And I know that my experience is not necessarily representative of everyone's experience. Wow, we need to draw Hidetsugu Consumes All. This is even the perfect matchup for it. Can we find it? Oh, it'd be so good. It wipes out all their tokens. It wipes out all their eye twitches. It's like so perfect. My experiences at the Moto chat, yeah, I think that was probably a punt. Ward would have made that a punt, I think. My experience as a Moto chat has been very positive. I think, oh boy, I think a few times, like years ago, there might have been some salty opponents, but in general, my experience has been either neutral, just people saying like, have fun and good luck or good game, or actually positive and having some interesting conversations with people. At the same time, I know Saffron Olive is a somewhat recognizable name on Moto, so maybe people treat me differently than they would treat someone else, or they're on their best behavior or something. I don't know. And I know I've certainly seen screenshots of people salting out or just saying bad things. So I know that does happen on occasion. I wish that Arena had chat with the option to opt out. To me, that kind of seems like the best of both worlds. Although at the same time, maybe the Arena audience is different. Like maybe the Moto chat is generally pretty positive because the people playing Moto are maybe a little older, a little more mature. When Arena, I don't know, there's probably a lot of immature people who are younger playing who might say some immature things. So maybe Arena would have more problems with chat than Magic Online would. But I like the option to have chat, but be able to opt out of it if you want to. Like that would be, I think that would be my ideal world. And that's how it is on Moto. It used to be that chat was just, oh yes, okay, Hidetsugu time. It used to be that chat was just always on and you couldn't do anything about it. And then they made it so it was opt in or opt out. I don't remember if it starts on or off. But basically if you wanna be able to chat, you can. If you don't, there's no punishment or reason that you have to. So I think that's a pretty good system for the most part. But I do wonder if Arena would be more prone to toxicity, like the roping thing and the timing out thing. I experienced that way more often on Arena than Magic Online. And it happens both places, but it's way more common on Magic Online, or Magic Arena rather. So I would be a little bit, I guess, concerned that maybe Arena would have some issues with that, because they seem correlated to me, like the same type of behavior that would lead to you like roping and trying to troll people that way might be similar to what would have you being, you know, toxic in chat or whatever. Hey, what's up, Stolly Sal? How are you? Good to see you. I think chat drives home the fact that your opponent is another person who enjoys the game. In MTGA, your opponent might as well be an evil robot. That is definitely an upside of chat, I would say. I consider that an upside of chat, at least. Oh, we're close. So next turn we get this. We actually we can go for the combo kill. You know what? We need our opponent to tap out. So this is going to flip into a 3-3, 4-5, 6, 12. I mean, I think we do it. This might be the time, chat. This might be the dream. So we're hoping our opponent taps out and we can get him with the one-shot opponent. Come on, Magic Gods. Soaring the Mirthless. Did we do it? I think we did it. Oh, no, it has 1 extra toughness. Maybe they won't block. Oh, no. So close and yet so far. Okay. We draw land. Flip it. Well, Angel Fire Ignition. Haste it up. Let's see if our opponent blocks or how they block. Play the land on... Oh, white. Come on. I want this kill. Attack you. How do they block? Oh! I think that does it. 12. Yes. It happened! Hidetsugu has consumed all! Yes! It's possible! Against white-black control, probably the best deck in the format! We were able to actually do... That was sweet. So it is actually a thing that can happen. Like, this might be the good matchup. Maybe that's how this deck works. Hidetsugu consumes all actually seems great against white-black. We wrapped their board. We flipped it around. We janked them out with 1 big attack. In this case, it was definitely not win more. Some games it probably is win more. In this case, I don't think it is win more. So yeah, we're moving on. It doesn't get any better than that. Next, Necroduality time, I think. The deck is retired. That is the everlasting image of Vessel of the All-Consuming. By the way, Seth, I checked out Card Hoarder's loan program. For some reason, it looks like they asked for address. Is there any good reason for it? Because I feel uncomfortable with it and kind of prevents me from starting Moto since I'm free to play usually. So I think the reason is basically to verify your identity because you're loaning cards that have actual value. I don't know. So I think it makes sense. Like, I have a relatively high loan balance. So, it makes sense that they would want to know, like, how they could try to get the money out of me if I just took $1,000 worth of cards and never gave them back. With a $5, free loan program, maybe that's excessive, but I assume that is the that is the reason for it, is in case you do just grab their cards and never go back, they would have a way to try to figure out who you were and, you know, try to get the cards back or charge your credit card or whatever if you did do that. All right, let's zombie Monicon. We gotta this deck I've been wanting to play ever since we got some nerfs and buffs. It's Necroduality. It is my favorite card from last year. It's Zombie Pandermonicon plus, just doubles up our zombies. And what makes this deck so interesting now is we actually got some big changes to a couple of zombies in specific. Stitcher's Assistant is one of the big ones. Skullscob is the other one. Skullscob, when you exploit, you get to make a token, but it used to be you could only exploit non-token creatures. Now you can exploit tokens, which does really absurd things with Necroduality. You just snowball ridiculously hard. Stitcher's Assistant turns into a Flibblethip almost. You exploit, you get to scry 2 and draw a card. Doubling it up with Necroduality, really strong. And that's basically the plan of the deck. It's play zombies, play a bunch of Necrodualities, and hope for the best, essentially. That you can do some really crazy things. Sideboard, typical blue-black stuff. I do want to make one change. I want to... What card should I add to this deck? We have one flex slot. I don't really like the self-mill reanimation zombie. Wait, why are we playing mountains in this deck? What? Speaking of the mountains, I got his... Ooh, Faceless 8. Ooh. I forgot that was a card. Wait, is it a card? Maybe it's not a card anymore. Huh? I'm so confused. Wait. Why does this card not exist? Oh, it was Jumpstart. That's right. Okay, so it's not actually in the it's not actually in this format. All right, so what are we adding then? Haven was nerfed. Can we play a standard version instead? Please don't betray the rest of the boomers by engaging in alchemy. I mean, what makes the deck interesting right now to me is the random zombies that got improved. Makati Soul Ripper. It's not a zombie though. We want as much stuff that works with Necroduality as possible. So that's kind of the qualification. Like if you don't work with Necroduality, I don't think it's super good. I mean, so I think we're gonna try this deck in alchemy just because the changes to the cards definitely do. We can play an Archghoul of Thraben, I guess. A 3-drop would be fine. It's not like super exciting, but it's reasonable enough. Blade Stitch Scab, kind of boring. Narfi doesn't work with Necroduality. I don't know. I don't know what to put in. We gotta just add one more removal spell. That's actually probably one more removal spell is probably fine. Yeah, let's just add a Baleful Mastery. All right, so let's make some zombies. Feel like the deck is improved with a vehicle. Oh, but I just want to copy things with Necroduality. We need a zombie vehicle. A zombie vehicle, that would be sweet. A quick reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Oh, but yeah, Necroduality Narfi Mirror Box would work. But there's not really many legendary zombies. That's kind of the issue. Narfi is actually kind of awesome with Necro. You can keep the token, bin the real one, and in case of Maxile, you have a Narfi to play. Okay, that's actually a reasonable. Oh goodness, this looks like a freebie to me. If there's one thing I've learned about playing zombies, is sometimes you have 2 champion of the parish and you just win. You just win. So overall, people here say interest. Card hoarder asking for information for the free loan program. I know the people who run card hoarder personally, Tao, and they have been. I've known them for a long time. They've been involved with Magic Online for a long time, so I would personally vouch for card hoarder being a very safe company to deal with. If you look around anywhere in the community, their reputation's great. I've really never heard anything negative or questionable about them. So yeah, my opinion is card hoarder is a very safe company to deal with. Oh, Dermo Taxi. We played Dermo Taxi with Phage. We did. It happened. It was not good, but we played down against the odds, and we won with it eventually. Well, champion of the parish. We would like to draw land. A land would be kind of helpful. We do get the scry land. Oh, to the bottom. That is not a land. We want to get to the Necroduality, so we get to go off. Opponent. The very last game, if I recall, you won with it. It was such a fun video, pure jank. We got there eventually. It was not easy, but we did get there. Where persistence pays off. There's been very few times, I think one time in the history of Against Odds, that we did not eventually achieve our goal. So I think we just Fell Singer and sack Fell Singer to itself to draw cards to get to Necro. Ah! Okay. We drew more Necros. We did not draw... We did not draw the land about it. Looking at our champion of the parish. No, opponent. No, none of that. Oh, Mono Blue Mill. I actually think Mono Blue Mill was Mucha Brew, but yeah, that was one of the... For a long time, that was the worst deck we've ever played. What would be your pick for the worst deck that we've ever played? Oh, we need a land. Okay, this feels bad, but Stitcher's assistant, sack it to itself. Once we get to Necroduality, we just do such awesome things. Shambling Ghast. Top. Land top. I think. Maybe we draw Shambling Ghast this turn? Or we just don't draw it at all. You know, we'll just take the swamp, put it to the bottom. So land has been achieved. Go to combat. Hit ya. Well, next turn we get to put down Necroduality. Is it too slow? That is the question. Opponent untaps. I've been watching content from the beginning, and there have been some pretty questionable decks. Oh, Flump. Flump. Yeah, Flump. That is the most losing I think I've ever done with one deck. Well, we lose 26 in a row before we got there. Yeah, that was a next level losing. Well, go attacking with the champion. Opponent. Valorous stands to kill it. Well, okay. Necro 1. Another in hand. Come on, deck. Come on. Let's go off. Reward us. Okay. Eliwig tumbles drum. Sure. Ventures into a dungeon. Hits us. Oh, we draw land. I mean, go big or go home, I guess. Champion of the parish. X3. Grow each other. Here we go. Yes. Grow them. Oh, next turn might be a good one. Opponent, come on. Hold on, deck. Hold on. Don't die. Yeah, Flump was, oh my goodness. So many losses. I beg of you, please someday make Mono Blue Tron Empires with Karn to pull the pieces from the sideboard. I know you had Mono Blue Empires like 4 years ago, but I want to see it again. That could be a fun one to revisit. All right, opponent venturing into dungeons. Oh, this turn's gonna be so good. Flump. Oh my god. Flump is a card from Adventures in Forgotten Realms. So there was a stream a few months ago. This is Flump. 2 mana 0/4. When it's dealt damage, each player draws a card, Defender and Flag. So we had a Flump deck, and I made what ended up being a very misguided promise that I would not stop streaming until we won with the deck. The deck was really janky. Flump is, I mean, a really janky card that is considered to be horrible, but I promised I would not stop until I won, and we lost. I believe the final record was 1-27. We lost 27 matches in a row until we finally won with the Flump deck. And the stream went on for like an incredibly long time because we couldn't win with the Flump deck. It was an interesting stream. There were people that had to go home and were gonna get divorced and lose their families because they kept watching the Flump stream. It was an interesting night. Since it's on theme, check out my Zombie Monocon EDH deck. Ooh. Have I played Zombie Monocon on EDH? I'm not sure that I have. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting turn. Well, step 1. Stitcher's Assistant. We will get a handful of triggers. And a handful more. Necroduality is so sweet. Yes, we will stack a Assistant. Triple Preordain almost. Bottom and 1, 2. Yeah, we'll keep the Overcharged Amalgam. Draw number 1. Get a few triggers. Please don't time out. So good. So good. The champion of the parish. This is a power Necroduality. Oh, there's a Skull Scab. Oh my god, this is insane. Oh my goodness, watch this turn. Alex Mateo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Do you want to sacrifice it? Oh. Oh no. Oh no, we did it wrong. Oh, so this turn's gonna be a lot less exciting. Aww. That was gonna be. Oh, yeah. You gotta actually pay attention to the order of your triggers with this deck. I feel like it shouldn't matter, but it does. Ugh. Yeah, you gotta pay attention. You gotta sacrifice each one to its own thing. Wow, because we're gonna draw the Shambling Gas, play the Shambling Gas, get 3 Shambling Gas, play the Skull Scab, sacrifice the Shambling Gas, make roughly infinite tokens. I mean, we still get to do it next turn. Next turn's still gonna be bonkers. Bonkers. Over the top, absurd. We don't really want to attack because then our opponent's gonna scoop. No, if we attack, they're gonna scoop, and I want to have this big turn that we were going to have last turn, because this turn's going to be so sweet. I think this will be a true testament to the power. Okay, yeah, that doesn't even kill it. That's fine. Venture into those dungeons. Opponent's doing their best. They're doing their best. Oh, but we're about to have such a great turn. Opponent, yeah, gain a life. That's fine. And we can protect our Necrodualities with Overcharged Amalgam. About it. Wow, staying aggro. Sure. That's fine. About it passes. All right, I think it's party time. So, step 1. Headless Rider. Actually, it's not even that good. Step 1, Shambling Ghast. Make 3 of them. This is where it gets wild. Trigger. Oh, this turn's gonna be so big. Trigger. Now we Skull Scab. We get 3 of them. Exploit a Shambling Ghast. Oh my god. Oh, make a treasure. Grow the champion of the parish. Get some triggers. Oh, I love Necroduality. Shambling Ghast, sack it. We might be breaking arena. Make a treasure. Grow the champion of the parishes. Grow the champion. Because each one of these are stacking up. We're going to end with like 1,000,000 zombie tokens, I think. Sacrifice the shambling ghast. Arena legs. Mega treasure. Grow the shambling ghast. The sequencing. Wait, how's the sequencing wrong? About it. Scoops it up. Dead. That was a good turn. That was a good turn. We'll bring in some removal. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to actually think about the order that we stack our triggers. That seems to be a theme with this deck, is actually having to pay attention to the order that we stack our triggers. Boo. Who wants to pay attention to that? We could trust Arena. What do you think about auto ordering triggers? Is there any chance that Arena does it in the right way? I pretty much never play with auto order triggers on because I just don't trust it, but we could. We could, just to see what happens. Actually, Crippling Fear might not be that great, actually. You know what? No Crippling Fears. That's fine. Run it like that. What do you think about a charity stream for Ukraine? That could be an interesting option. I definitely feel super bad for all the people over there. You actively change the order Arena presented to have it be incorrect. So when I changed the order of the triggers, what I was thinking was, if we did it that way, there would be no chance of what happened the last turn where we needed to sack stuff to itself, but we did it in the wrong order. So I was thinking if we resolve them later, but with Skullscab, we wanted the copies first to make even more zombies. So I guess it depends on the specific threat. Like with Stitcher's Assistant, we would want this deck to resolve that way, where we get the copies last, because then there's no chance of us sacrificing the wrong one and not getting the card draw. But with Skullscab, we want it the opposite direction. So we're just gonna have to actually think of the order of the triggers. Yeah, Headless Rider is only tokens. Opponent's done. Wants no peace. Oh, I thought I heard the. Oh, okay, yes. Opponent is done. Does want no peas. We zombie them right out of their will to play, and we might even get out of gold at some point. Yeah, my assumption is that Arena probably stacks it in a bad way. Just like the auto tapper. I don't trust the auto tapper for complicated things. I don't trust the auto stacker for complicated things. Opponent. Come on now. I noticed on Clash you didn't have Kezikar the Eye Tyrant in your Ishin deck. In my opinion, one of the better cards. Any specific reason you didn't use it? Yeah, the reason is it's not on Magic Online. With newer Commander Precon cards, it's pretty hit or miss. Like all the standard cards and supplemental cards go on Magic Online, but the last like year or two, since they've started doing like 4 precons every set, the Commander exclusive cards, sometimes they show up quickly on Magic Online, sometimes it takes quite a while. By the way, your Mono Black Sidisi deck was hilarious for Commander Clash for Tomer Week. I had no idea Spirit of the Night was a Cauldron-like card. Oh, yeah. That deck was super funny. I think it was like the perfect choice for Tomer Week with his love for Cauldron. So LTD Echo, I would just restart Arena. It happens to me. I think it happens to everyone on occasion, but I think the best bet is just to what are we doing now? I think the best bet is just to restart, and usually that fixes it. Opponent. Yeah. Okay, that's awkward. Well, I think we play a land. Well, let's see if we can keep up with this Enchantress deck. Go attacking. If our opponent blocks that, fine. We get to kill the Kami. Herd behavior. Welcome to the Visual. First time sub. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do we have 16 shrine deck as an against odds option coming? Actually, Elf, it is coming tomorrow. It was the winner of last week's poll, so shrines are incoming for tomorrow's against the odds. I gotta say the creature shrines are better than I thought. I was skeptical with them being creatures, so they were just gonna die all the time, but they actually were pretty reasonable. They were not bad at all. Opponent passes. Well, I mean, there's only one option. Necroduality. Hit you with the Headless Rider. All right. Well, as long as Necroduality lives, we're about to have some fun, I think. Schnapps, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mirror box shrines, not mirror box shrines. So here's the challenge. Oh boy, opponent's doing this again. Here's the challenge of shrines. One is if you play all the shrines, you don't really need mirror box because you play like one of each shrine, 4 Sanctum Evolves, and a few utility cards, and you're never gonna legend rule yourself anyway because you only play one of each. So if you're playing all 16, mirror box, it just does nothing in the deck. If you want to play just like the best shrines, pick out the few best and play a whole bunch of them, then I think that's where mirror box is at its best. Well, I mean, we're going to untap. Whether or not we live is another question. So, we need to be able to kill things. Well, step 1. Stitcher's Assistant. Okay, think about the triggers. We'll do it this way. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So Stitcher's Assistant. Sack Shambling Ghast. Get some triggers. Make a zombie. Make a treasure. Oh, I don't know if we can keep Necroduality. I think we got to put it to the bottom for now. We're going to die. We will keep the land. Get another one. Sacrifice the exploit token. Oh, okay. There's the Scob. Keep that. Play the Scob. Get 2 of them. We want Necroduality to resolve first. Exploit the token. Get 2 tokens. Exploit the token. Get 2 tokens. Oh, this is where it gets so good. Play Ottawa. Pass the turn and see if we get stormed. If not, our board is going to get so big next turn. About it. Come on, deck. Hold. Oh, as long as we don't get one shot. Like, this thing gets so big. Thankfully, right now, their runes aren't free, which helps. They actually have to pay at least 1 mana for them. I've always called it Ottawa. Can we brew some sweet saltai later? Since Saltai Ultimatum wrote it out, I lost my favorite color. Wow, okay. Sure. That's acceptable. Lost my favorite colors, and I don't know what to build. Need some help for the best one, I think. Oh, well, Matea, I will see what I can do. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Maybe we get to do some Saltine today. If not, I will definitely add it to the list for a future stream. Hey, what's up, Marvel Kingpin? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Opponent. Would an Esper version of this deck be a bad idea? You had Wayward Servant, which pings when a zombie enters the battlefield. Wayward Servant's great in the deck, but right now we're playing Alchemy, so it's not a card that is currently legal. All right, let's think about this. Headless Rider. We need removal. That's what we want more than anything, is just removal. We got to kill the Cammy. The Cammy. All right. Stitcher assisted. Exploit. Sack this. Make 2 tokens. I mean, maybe we can just build a big enough board to live. Well, we'll keep 1 land. Exploit. Make 2 zombies. Could still use a removal spell. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 1, 2. Okay. Oh, but we don't draw. All right, that's gonna have to wait till next turn. Keep the Baleful Mastery. That is a good one. Play the land. 1, 2, 3. Actually, maybe nothing has to wait. Fellstinger. Here we go. Make a zombie. Make a zombie. Draw. It goes off. It goes off. It's so good. It's so good. Yes, we will sack a creature. Yes, we will draw cards. Oh, if only we had 1 more mana. If we had 1 more mana, we could keep it going. Out of here. Oh, it's so good. And about it. Done. It's so good. It's so fun. Like, it's just so much fun. Yeah, so I think Esper has potential in older formats. I don't think it's as good in this format, though. Huh. Well, I guess we just bring in a bit more removal to try to kill our opponent's big Voltron-y threats and run it back like that? Trim, run it back. Like, if we say Necroduality, it just goes off. Meat Hook would be good. Yeah, I like Meat Hook too as a payoff for our sacrifice stuff for sure. I think that's the main payoff. The problem is our opponent makes such big threats. I don't know how good Meat Hook is removal against Enchantress, just because their stuff ends up so huge. How do Wizards print a card that turns zombies into a combo deck? Necroduality! Panharmonicon! Now we know why the original said non-tokens. I played it in draft and was so good with only non-token. Yeah, we played Necroduality as I think the first against odds card after it came out, and the synergy was still good. Like, even with it saying non-token, it was still a 4 in the deck, and it was still good. Now that it says tokens too, it's really, really strong. Oh, chat, did you know there's sort of Pro Tours? Did you realize that was a thing? Apparently, there's still kind of Pro Tours. The set championships are apparently pretty close to Pro Tours. Well, Shambling Ghast. A little worried about this with Runeforge is real bad for us. Land on blue. Removal, please, off the scry. Shambling Ghast. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, to the bottom. I'll hit you. Block, please. we will accept the block. Oh, okay. Would you consider a charity stream for Ukraine? Yeah, that's something I would consider. Portable Hole, Boo and Hiss, and yeah, there's been a couple of charity stream ideas. There's so many. What a crazy time in the world. Rune of Sustenance draws a card. Please, can we kill this naturalist? Mona hits us. I think zombies have definitely gotten a lot more combo-y. I think they're way more combo-y now than they were in the past. Like, I think there were always combos involving zombies, at least for the last while. I think the difference is, I think that the best build of zombies now is a deck like this, which is basically a combo deck. We need removal. Or a land. All right. Well, this is looking worse. Land on black. Scry. Another land. So many lands. No Necrodualities, no removal. About it. Yeah, Necro does work with removal. About it. Adabs. Name's red. To the bottom. Are we dead? Wow, this is it? Okay, sure. We still need removal, but... Oh, okay, that's a removal spell. That's pretty helpful. Go to combat. Hit ya. About it. Gonna take it. I wish I could have 8 Necrodualities. Opinion on what Magic Garb. Okay, I want to build an Azorius cast trigger deck where I get cards like God Eternal Ketra and a Ketra's Monument as payoffs, but the problem is the best casting creature triggers are green, and I've already made Corvold. I don't need another broken deck. Yeah, Corvold's pretty busted. So I assume this is Commander. Azorius cast triggers. Wow, what commander do you play for Azorius cast triggers? That's kind of a unique archetype. I don't know if I don't know if I've ever played a cast trigger deck. Ooh, all right, well, I mean, we're gonna keep both of these. We're gonna need zombies in the future. Play the land. Pass the turn. About it on taps. Okay, we found a removal. We found a Necroduality. The last thing we need is zombies to go with this Necro, and the party begins. All right, well, I guess it's removal time. Infernal Grasp. Out of here. Hey, thank you, Kale's Light Sun. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it was an interesting topic. It was fun to get to talk about content. I'm curious what do y'all think about that? Or maybe no one cares. maybe content is not an interesting topic if you're not someone who produces content. But I'm curious, what do you think of the changes in Magic content? I guess it depends on how long you've been around, but to me it was very interesting to realize how we went from basically purely spike focused content to basically purely commander content in the course of like a few years. Ooh, Astral Drift for Penny Dreadful, spicy. Circle of Confinement. Oh, let me see Elf. Opponent. That's not what we wanted. All right, tap land, go. We need a zombie, preferably one that draws cards, but we will take essentially any zombie. Anyone. Please don't kill our Necro. Opponent. Ooh, building Hinata. Hinata, the challenge with Hinata is it's pretty strong. So you gotta bring the heat, basically. If you play Hinata, you gotta just build it busted, I think, or at least a strong version with a lot of protection, because it is going to be the target at the table. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. This is not good. So many lands, so few zombies. But Hinata, yeah. Hinata's a really fun, really powerful commander. Opponent, runes. Slide Control. Astro Drift and Astro Slide are just such fun cards. That looks sweet, Naz. I wonder, do you think there's any chance they ever actually support Penny Dreadful? If it was actually supported, it would be a cool format to try to make content of. Abona passes. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Our luck is, but we even scryed lands to the bottom. It's a, oh, copy transients, okay. And a land, well, we're not quite dead yet. Opponent passes. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god, another land. Another land. Opponent, we're gonna die. We're gonna die to the magic gods. Opponent. Wow, so many lands. Opponent untaps. Passes. Can we draw a zombie? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Another one. Yeah, but they're gonna draw something eventually. Like their deck is full of these rudes. Like they're gonna get to a point where they just overwhelm it. Like we need to draw a zombie to put on the battlefield, or they're just gonna go wide. 1, 2, 3. Well, okay. That's better than nothing. Would prefer card draw, but we've drawn so many lands. Pass the turn. Opponent adapts. Yeah, I mean, we can... Okay, trample action. Counters on everything. Uh-oh. Do we bounce this? Do we bounce a generous visitor is a question. Now this has trample. Yeah, we're playing zombie lands at the moment. Oh. Yeah. We don't want our opponent to draw that card, I don't think. This does mean our Hall of the Storm Giants is down. Visitor returns. Opponent passes. That's actually a decent one. All right, here it comes. Well, we're going to make a big board. We want the Necroduality copy first. We might be catching up after all these lands. If we can just find a way to draw cards, sack the Headless Rider, make many a zombie. Oh, that's so many tutus. Well, we might not be dying to trample anymore. Skull Scob, Busterito. Pass the turn. Opponent taps. Come on, card draw. Come on, card draw. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. The zombies are still in it. Portable hole, sure. Gonna get rid of a Scob. I mean, we're a card draw zombie away from just, oh my goodness, going off to the max circle of confinement. Sure. Grows the dorks. Not over yet. Not over yet. We're still a draw away. About it. Yeah, gets rid of another one. Goes to combat. Passes. Oh, that's such a great draw. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that's a great draw. That's a good one. Puppet Razor X2. No attacks. Adds. Oh, here comes the card draw. Here comes. Next turn is going to be the greatest turn in the history of Magic. Okay, hopefully. We'll see what we find. Come on, give us a card draw. Fell Stinger. Yes. And it's oh my goodness. All right. Hopefully our opponent doesn't scoop, because next turn is going to be wild. It is going to be the wildest. About it passes. Oh, even wilder. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. We only have one Necro, but this is still absurd. Okay. 2 Scobs. Don't scoop opponent. Don't scoop opponent. It's oh, that turn was gonna go so crazy. Oh, is Arena bugged right now for anyone else? It's horrible here too. I mean, Arena's always a little bugged. Oh, so we're gonna have 4 Scabs, about 1 million tutus, and then Fell Stinger draws us 4 cards. Who knows what we'd find? Oh, that was going to be so good. Does Necroduality copy of Perpetual, did the copy get Menace? Wait, copy of what? Hey, what's up, Blue Collar Man? How are you? Wait, what copy would get Menace? I'm not sure what card we're talking about. Yeah, I can't believe we got back into that. I mean, I guess our opponent... I guess that's the power of Hall of the Storm Giants. Like, we just had it sitting in our mana base and our opponent couldn't attack, and that gave us turns to enough turns to eventually draw out of our flood. And when it goes off, it goes off. Oh, Puppet Razor does things? Wait. It does more than just tutor out zombies? Oh, I see. So they had to... Is that new? Did it always give Menace? They make so many cards, and now you got the digital only cards. I feel like one of the most common punts for me these days is just missing a line of text. Like there's a line of text that I just look over. The copies I don't believe should get Menace. Feels like Sneaky. It's Sneaky Menace. Who I kind of want to build Sneaky Reach with Dulcim now. Are you getting the Street Fighter layer drop? Is there actually a changelong for alchemy cards? I don't think so. Yeah, that's why I keep all you around. I need someone to actually read the cards. I need someone to read the cards for me. I need someone to shuffle the cards for me. And then I just talk. I just say things. Why didn't the opponent attack us last game when we didn't have creatures on board? We had a creature land in the mana base, the Hall of the Storm Giants, that could have. This has a lot of lands. Maybe we just mulligan this. They could have turned into a 7/7 at any time. So that was a problem. Our opponent would have chumped attacked. You've seen me shuffle, Doug. You've seen me shuffle. Boy, so many enchantment decks. Everyone loves these enchantment decks. So I will say, the confusion about this swamp, the interactions people had about this on Twitter cracked me up. Because I assume some of you were here for the stream where we played the Rakdos deck, and this was a swamp in the deck, and there was a bunch of punts with me thinking it was. Oh, I think we actually attack with me thinking that it was a mountain when it was actually a swamp. Hey, Andrew, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. So I tweeted about it, and all I said was, I love the Kamigawa lands, but I'm gonna have to stop playing this one on Arena because I always think it's a mountain. There was nothing negative. Thank you for the raid, Andrew, and welcome, Raiders. There was nothing negative about it, and so many people were like, first off, basically like, you're not confused, which is a really weird. I thought was a really weird take because how do you know if I was confused or not? Like, so that part is strange. And there were also people that gave like very long posts about like the cultural significance of the red balloons, which was interesting, but I wasn't like saying this was bad. I just said I'm not gonna play it anymore because it confuses me. I make punts when I play this card. So it was funny that it became such a huge conversation because I just thought I was making a simple comment about it being confusing to me, but it became like this huge thing. Do we want this? Yeah, we want we always want the scab. I feel like we're a little behind here, but maybe we can catch up. We'll see. It's gonna be close. Opponent, naturalist, double visitor is. Oh, getting big, getting quick. Wedding announcement, getting even bigger, even quicker, and I think we might just be too slow here. Opponent gets in, hits us for $1 million. Yeah, and they get to draw a card. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. We can't even play Necroduality. We gotta play Puppet Raiser. Grow the Champion. Well, we might have met our match for this one. Yeah, we'll get a 2-drop, I guess. Assisting. Yeah, this is just a really double generous visitor is just a real fast start. Some of the full art lands also look like they are the wrong color. I mean, we obviously have the ones from Double Feature, which are just all black and white. They got some color around the outside. The other thing I was gonna say about this land is I think that it's. Are we just dead? Yeah. Jeez, what a start. Is this our budget deck? This looks very similar to our budget deck. The other thing I was going to say about the land is we were playing it in Rakdos, and I think that's a big part of what made it especially confusing. Like, in this deck, the choices are swamp or island, and it clearly doesn't look like an island. So in a deck like blue-black, it's actually not that bad. In Rakdos in specific, that's where it was really, really, for me personally, if it doesn't confuse you, that's awesome. But for me in Rakdos, it was very confusing, especially on a big battlefield. Yeah, the enchantment decks are all, I mean, Magic's all about the snowball these days. That is, I feel like that's a new thing. Does that feel new to you, or has it always been like that and I'm just missing it? Like the prevalence of snowball cards in decks. I keep trying to think back and remember. Trying to remember is, has it always been this way? Have there always been these snowball-y, like, these snowball-y cards that if you don't deal with them, they just end up like winning the game on their own in pretty short order? Or am I just, or is this a new thing? Is this a new addition to the game? Thanks for commenting on my YouTube video. Planning to play Skullscab in the next deck. It's incredible even without Necroduality, Headless Rider, and Champion. Ooh, yeah, I mean, it is a very powerful card. Just to make, if you can play a 1-drop Shamelagast or Eye Twitch and make 2/2/2s on turn 2, even just that's a very fast start. And then you get the upside of Necroduality or whatever. Magic has always been like that. I think Planeswalker started it. It's gotten worse in the past 5 years. I mean, I think it's always had to exist to some extent. But I feel like we get more of it now, maybe? I don't know. I think it's interesting. Snowball cards are a new flavor because a lot of power creep version of old combo decks. New decks combo with themselves. Yeah, you almost don't got a combo. Like, you just play the card. The card, it's one card combos, like Ragavan or Werewolf Pack Leader, these, like, one card things. Hypnotic Spectre is kind of snowball-y. I can see that. It does. Ugh. We're on the play, but geez, our opponent's deck is so aggro. I feel like the Michiko Reign of Truth versions of Enchantress are way scarier than the try to cast all the rune ones. I mean, they both can be very, very, very scary, but I don't think we can keep this. 5 lands. Well, all right. 2 lands. We went from 5 to 2, but if we draw Black Source, this hand could do things. Are fairies snowbally? I mean, I guess they're snowballing in the sense that they do kind of build on each other. But I think like any tribal deck is kind of like that, or any like traditional tribal deck, like Merfolk, the more you play, the more lords you have, the more it pumps everything, or Slivers. I think the card aspect is maybe what might be different, that there's more individual snowball-y cards. Like 2-drops that when I attack, I do something. When I deal combat damage, I do something. I feel like maybe that's the... Yeah, we're just gonna run this out and not exploit. I feel like maybe that's the part that's a little bit different. Oh, energy. Well, was it? Energy was definitely super parasitic. Energy was kind of slow, though. All right, there's Michiko Reign of Truth. Here they come. Opponent hits us. No blocks. Down to 17. Ooh, all right, that I like. Get rid of this generous visitor. Stitcher's Assistant. Sag it to itself, get a zombie, go digging for most likely a land. We'll keep both of those. All right, Necro's coming. Necro's coming. Necroduality or Necropotence? Necroduality is just more powerful, right? Magic used to be about power now. Black Lotus, Dark Ritual, Lightning Bolt, Tarmogoyf, but it's transitioned into power now with a bit of value later. Snapcaster leaving behind a body, Kolaghan, and other commands. And now we arrived at decent power now with insane power over time. Kroxa, Uro, Ragavan. God tier, that's actually... It's actually really a really insightful way of describing it. I think I agree with that, honestly. All right, please Please live Necro. We got the Fell Stinger. We get to draw 4. Opponent. Painting a portrait. Generous Visitor. Okay. Passes. Yes. No, we're going to go attacking. If our opponent blocks and loses our board, I think we will accept that. Fell Stinger. Twice. So. Exploit the zombie. Draw 2. Exploit the token. Draw 2 more. Blood Chief's Thirst. The Visitor. Scryland. Ooh, next turn we get second Necro. Necro times 2. Pass the turn. Has anyone actually made a Tamashii deck work? I've been sent a couple of sweet viewers submitted Tamashii decks, but I haven't actually seen them in action. Oh, we'll trade. We're gonna have a few Shambling Gas. We need like one more draw. Necro. Shambling Ghast. Make 3 of them. One more card draw zombie. One more card draw zombie, and we really are in business. Pass the turn about it. Machiko's Reign of Truth. Sure, nothing to pump. Oh, or a zombie to pump. Thank you, opponent. Touch of this. Gonna get rid of one of the 6 Shambling Gas. Oh, okay, back to drawing lands. That's awkward. Well, get in hit ya. Down to 9. Come on, card draw zombie. Card draw zombie. Why explain the token? Isn't it better to have an actual card in the yard? Okay, opponent going to continue going after the Shambling Gas. Well, Champion of the Parish is fine. It's not the card draw zombie we were dreaming of, but it is sweet with Necro. Trigger, trigger. No attacks this turn. So, explaining the token, does it really make a difference? Oh, wow, it's actually... That shuts down exploit, doesn't it? Well, okay. We'll just make a million Headless Riders. And grow some big things. And go attacking. Opponent. Necro! Oh, can you still exploit? Interesting. Jete would snowball, that's true. Yeah? I don't know, maybe it's been that way the whole time. Maybe it's just overall power level is increased. Like maybe that's the answer. That the power level overall just keeps increasing. We talked about it before, but like right now, I don't know if you've looked at it. Hopefully this hasn't changed since a couple days ago. But if you look at the most played cards in Modern, like, most played creatures. Look at this list. It hasn't changed. Modern Horizons 2, Luris, so Ikoria, Modern Horizons 2, 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 Kroxa. Out of the 10 most played creatures in the format, 8 are from Modern Horizons, and the oldest is Kroxa. Kroxa! Theros Beyond Death! That was only 2 years ago. Hey, see you, Doug. Have a good parent-teachers conference. So I think that as far as creatures are concerned, I think it's undeniable that the power level is going up. The snowball thing, I think there's definitely conversations to be had, but when you see a format like Modern have such a huge list of brand new cards at the top of the format, I don't think there's even any argument that creatures are more powerful in the last couple of years than they had been in all the previous years of Magic. Spells actually fare a little better as far as the power creep, but that's partly because spells were insane in the early days, where in the early days of Magic, spells were like super overpowered, and the creatures were pretty underpowered. Do we have to change anything? Well, yeah, I guess we just run it back and hope for the best. I am frightened of our opponent's deck for sure. It is a scary deck. Yeah, run it back. Run it back. Modern Horizons 2 is too far pushed. I think that might be true. I still love Modern Horizons, But I kind of feel like Necropones with Snowbally. Yeah, I guess filling your whole hand could do that. I feel like maybe the Wizards needs to hit a middle ground. Like, Modern Horizons 1, the power level was actually not bad. I think that might be around the right power level. Modern Horizons 2, too far. Maybe the perfect power level is in between. Would I be interested in Modern Horizons 3? That's such a hard question. Yes, but I mean, honestly, Modern Horizons is one of my favorite times to play Magic. When Modern Horizons comes out, it's just, I have so much fun. I have so much fun playing it in various formats. I love it. I enjoy it. It's awesome. So from that perspective, yes, I would like to see more of them. I think we're actually... exploiting this, as weird as that sounds. Actually, no. You know what? We won't exploit. Go to combat hit you. So I love playing with Modern Horizons. I love seeing the decks get updated. I love the new cards. On the other hand, there's two issues. One is the cost. The cost is a problem for me. And number two is, I think Modern Horizons 2 went too far. I still think they should keep doing Modern Horizons. Personally, I enjoy it so much that I want them to keep doing it. But I do think they need to make some changes. And they need to reel in the power level a bit. Benny, how are you? Good to see you. Opponent gets in. No blocks this turn. Oh, Headless Rider. Oh, can we keep waiting? Yeah, we're gonna Headless Rider. No attacks. Oh, do we live long enough? Opponent. We need our Necro. That's the last thing we're missing. What do you think? Should they keep doing Modern Horizons? Modern Horizons 2 made Modern playable again without all those push creatures. The format is just degenerate. I want a format where combat and removal matter. Opponent has some removal. Speaking of removal, our opponent showing it off. Are we attacking? No. We'll play the land. Headless Rider number 2. Keep growing the dorks. We're trying to set up for the big exploit turn. We just have not quite gotten all the way there yet. But is Modern less degenerate now? Like, I get what you're saying. You want to create a format where attacking and blocking and so forth matters, which I like formats like that too. So I think that's a good thing. All right, opponent. Oh dear, Hallowed Haunting. Well. Can we keep up with this? Opponent, this is going to be interesting. Hits us for 5. All right, well, if we're going to have a big turn, this is our chance. We could still use a Necro. All right, Stitcher's Assistant. Exploit itself. Also going to be close. The Hallowed Haunting does concern me. We don't have a way to get it off the battlefield. So that's going to be there. So we just got to overwhelm the Hallowed Haunting, basically. So exploit this assistant. Yup. 2 zombies. Mini Preordain. I would rather the chase cards from Modern Horizons show up in standard sets. Who do we want these? I mean, the removal's got to be good. We'll put Shambling Ghast to the bottom, I think. So get 2 zombies. Draw the Shambling Ghast. Land on black. Fell Stinger. Exploit a token. Necro. I mean, having the cards go through standard might keep the power level down. I guess that's potentially an upside. I can't imagine they're going to print, like, Ragavan in standard. I don't even think Wizards would do that. For God's sake, Legacy Delver stop playing Delver because of Modern Horizons 2. Although they banned Monkey, and it's still roughly as good. Like, Delver's still really, really strong, even with them banning it. Well, assistant. We also got creature lands we got to contend with. This is going to be really interesting. Yeah, I guess Historic Werewolf Lady is... That is about as close as we can get to Standard Ragavan. Although I didn't technically go in Standard either. About it. Trigger. Yeah, it would make Standard so much... Ooh. Yeah, I mean... No fear. No fear. No fear at all. Going down to 9. Probably the worst choice we've ever made, but we gotta do it. Sack a zombie. Draw 2. Scared of these Cave of the Frost Dragons. Scared of these Hallowed Onyx. Another Fellstinger. Alright, play the land. Blood Chief's there. Get rid of that for now. Get in with Fellstinger. We gotta kill them before they kill us with fire. This is gonna be so close. Opponent drops to 17. Untaps. What do they find? Just a land? Okay, that's good news. Are they getting in? Oh my god, they get in with a flyer. Risky. Risky business. Risky business for our opponent. Gonna hit us. Down to 6. We draw another land, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. How do we do this? Go to combat. Attack. We gotta not lose on the backswing. Attack. Something like that. Big attack. About it. Wow, this is so close. Well, we're going to 4. We are definitely going to 4. You can't play Necro with fear. You can't play it with fear. Bone it. Down to 9. We get a zombie. Well, fell stinger. Down to 4. Not dead. Not dead. We can survive a Cave of the Frost Dragon hit. We sacrifice fell stinger. Double zombie. Draw some cards. Come on, something good. I don't think we're going to 2. That one might be going at our opponent. We will play this Skull Scab, though. Skull Scab. Sega zombie. Make some zombie. This is about Necro, too. Are we getting there? Are we getting there? Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Opponent gets back the Cami. That's fine. That's fine. We're not dead. I think we got it. I think we got it. What do they top deck? Oh, we did it again. Oh, my goodness. Broke it. I'm looking to start playing Pioneer, but the mono green list I found uses Karn the Great Creator, which is over half the cost of the deck. Any suitable replacements? Can I see the list you're looking at? Synthetic one. So on one hand, why the untap? I mean, I just don't think it actually matters. I think at that point we just have such a big board. I don't think that it matters what we sack, but it's so much fun. Ooh, let me see, Bennymon. So there's no direct replacement for Karn the Great Creator, but depending on what your list is and what your deck's trying to do, there might be something that can serve a similar purpose. But there's nothing in Pioneer that offers the Stony Silence, lock your artifact down type stuff. Ooh, Esper Super Freds. The Wandering Emperor has really impressed me. This deck looks sweet, Benny. How is Katosi bad? Katosi's a card I kind of scoffed at during spoiler season, but I've seen a few people playing it, and it is, I mean, I like it as a way to steal your opponent's stuff. The extirpate effect seems really slow, but this looks good. Wandering Emperor's really impressed me, and Kaido's been good too. I've seen Kaido showing up on occasion all the way back to Modern. I've seen it a little bit in Legacy. Oh, let me see Synthetic one. Oh, Necro's just so good. It's so good. Mono Green Devotion. Okay, so Mono Green Devotion. There's good news. So Mono Green Devotion is a deck that is somewhat tier-ish in Pioneer. It's probably a second tier deck. And a lot of versions don't actually play Karn the Great Creator. So I would browse around, and I can put this in the chat for you. But I would browse around at some of the other lists, just kind of scroll around. But there's plenty of replacements. So the one thing I would say is if you're doing this, you do have to change the sideboard a lot, because there's nothing that's going to do what Karn does as far as snagging the artifacts out of the sideboard. So your sideboard's going to have to be kind of completely rebuilt. On the other hand, there's plenty of good options, ranging from creatures to other planeswalkers. You can play more Vivians. You can play various Garrick. So there's a ton of possibilities. So you can definitely play the deck you want without adding Karn to the deck. Just be warned, you're gonna have to rebuild the sideboard. Like, there's not really any way around the sideboard aspect, because nothing else really does what Karn does. I guess Mastermind's Acquisition. Wow. I think I'm starting to believe the Shuffler conspiracies. This one game sold me. I'm sold. Well, we might be running out of luck finally. Oh my! Our opponent scooped. Our fans were so bad. 7 lands and 0 lands, and our opponent scooped. Hey, what's up, Milky Fruit? How are you? What are the chances? If our opponent knew how bad our hands were, there was no way they would have scooped. I don't care how bad their hands were. They could not be worse than ours. I mean, I don't really believe all the arena conspiracy theories. They do crack me up, though. Ooh, I want to hear Rooker Dog. I do like to keep track of them. I might even do a video on them. I kind of want to do a top 10 arena conspiracy theory video, just for my own amusement. So what's your best? So you got Shuffler theories. Shuffler's rigged. It's not random. It's this and that and the other thing. So there's a ton of Shuffler conspiracies. Those ones are obvious. March on Otherworldly Light is very solid, Benny. I like it. Matchmakers, that's another one. If I win 3 games in a row, they put me into my bad matchups or whatever. Like, that's another group of them. Well, Champion of the Parish. Land on black. Scry. Amalgam to the bottom. Is this black-white control? Maybe we should have played the Hall of the Storm Giants. I wanted to scry for something good, but we might get a little punished for playing it that way. Restoration of a Jano. Bad pack openings. Okay. Ooh, that helps. Well, let's Headless Rider. Grow the Dorks, go attacking. This gives us some protection from a sweeper, which seems possible. Opponent gonna discard, I assume, a land. Restoration of Vagina is kind of busted. Reanimates, yeah, does some ramping. Sparky is intentionally bad to make it so nobody suspects that there are bots playing the game to keep your win rate at 50-50. Oh, do people really think there's bots playing the game to keep your win rate down? Is that like an actual thing? Well, go attacking. Oh! Blown out. Okay, that is legit a blowout. Unown it. Wandering Mage, so good. So good. Hey, what's up, Winter Malant? How are you? Good to see you. There's so many ridiculous conspiracy theories when it comes to arena. All right, opponent catches and Wandering Emperor, which I assume means I got another one, probably. Opponent passes. Well, let's what? Foul Stinger. Sack Shambling Ghast. I was thinking we were going to kill a Spirited Companion, but it might actually be wrong to kill the Spirited Companion. A treasure might just be better. But then we should have played it in the opposite order if we're going to make a treasure. Yeah, we're going to make a treasure. About it. I mean, the thing is, the thing about the bots to keep your win rate down conspiracy that makes it even more ridiculous is Wizards can't program Arena to tap lands in a functional way. Like, that's it. Well, they don't have the capabilities. They don't have the capabilities to auto tap lands. You really think they're making Sparkies that are able to compete with actually decent Magic players playing actually complex decks rather than just like running out whatever they have in their hand like Sparky does? No way. Not even close to possible. Not even close to possible. I don't believe it. If they had the technology to do that and the skills to do that, I think they would have. Ooh, Amalgam. I think we'd have a much better auto tapper. That's all I'm trying to say. Well, let's play a Scob. Get triggers. Exploit the zombie. Get triggers. Oh, we don't have a Necro though, and our opponent has card draw. This is actually not the greatest spot to be in. Well, get in with Foul Stinger. You know what? That doesn't even feel that good. We'll just pass. Opponent gets to start bank busting. Opponent. I mean, the bots might be able to play mono red. Maybe. It would actually be interesting to research. I would love to research like the shuffler conspiracy theories, just like start a ton of games and keep stats on them to see like what's in your opening hand and the differences. Probably, I don't know, maybe someone's already done that somewhere. That's just an auto tapper that uses for human players. Conspiracy. Oh my god. They have a Death Toucher though. Meat Hook Massacre. Well, I guess we have to yeah, this Connoisseur is bad for us because it just trades. We'll sack. Get some zombies. We might be able to Ottawa it. That might be our best bet. Ottawa it and then just swing and hope. Oh, Necro! Oh, so we got to do that first then. So go to combat. Hit you with an Amalgam. Well, this means we're like a draw away. With Necro down. Opponent, yeah. Drops to 13. Well, Necro. Necro, and who knows what can happen. Anything is possible. Opponent sags the blood. I mean, even the best Magic players lose like 40% of the time or something. Like, Magic is a game of losing. Oh, curses. Opponent. As innocent people, it's the least. Son of a diddly. Well. So if we bounce this and attack, what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. That was gonna be so fun. Oh, if there's one thing, it's so funny. I don't get tilted very much playing Magic. If there's one thing that gets me though, it's my Panharmonicons being killed. That's the one thing. The one thing. We gotta kill Kaya. So Kaya down. Headless Rider again. Pass the turn. Opponent draws their final card. So we've gone through all the card advantage. Opponent taps. The last time my Panharmonicon was countered, I killed their commander, Soul Ring, and strip mine them in response. That's what you got to do. You got to send a message. You got to send a message that this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. You can kill my commander. You can kill my creatures. You can blow up my mana rocks. That's fine. Just don't mess with the Panharmonicon or the Necroduality or anything else that works like a Panharmonicon. That's the red line. Oh my god. Soul Transfer. I mean, it's kind of neat to see a deck that's built around artifacts and enchantments working. I think this is honestly the first deck built around this that I've seen, period. On the other hand, is there any chance we win this turn? 1 blocker, 2 blocker, 3 blocker, 4 blocker, 5 blocker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, are we just short? All right, so if we bounce this, they crew it, so we don't win. I mean, I guess we can just keep building a big board and waiting. Stitcher's Assistant. Trigger. Sack the token, get 2. Yeah, I think we gotta wait another turn. Well, alright, this to the bottom, Fellstinger to the top. Fellstinger. Well, if our opponent doesn't find a sweeper next turn, this should be enough. Sack, draw, zombies. This thing up to 20. Oh my god. Multiple lands. Well, land on blue. It doesn't matter. On black. Scry. Come on. Something good. Well, we'll keep the preordain. You know what? We'll get him with the Fellstinger at this point, I think. Get him with the Fellstinger. Opponent's going to trade. All right. All right, opponent. We grew the champion to 22-22. Would you consider a Lantern's Lift in the deck for some evasion? What is Lantern's Lift? Lantern. Lantern's Lift. Oh, Lantern Bearer. Yeah, I mean that could be interesting. Kills a Headless Rider. Oh, it's not a zombie though. Okay, do we win yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think so. All right, so we discard this. Bounce the Death Toucher. I mean, we're going for it. We're going for it. Yeah, Fling would actually be awesome. Everything at you. And we'll see. All right, Wandering Emperor. Is that enough to save our opponent? Maybe. There might be a chance as they go to 1. Oh, and they gain life. Oh my god. Wandering Emperor is going to save our opponent, isn't it? Opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. Oh no. Opponent's dead. Just kidding. They didn't crew up their bank buzzer, and this still isn't enough. Okay. Well, I don't know if our opponent could have survived there or not. I've been playing Lander Control FNM the past couple of Monday nights, and it's funny. Lander Control is actually, I think it's actually pretty reasonable. It's actually pretty reasonable. Isn't Magic just a math game? Y adds to, so if X and so on. And AI should be able to do this. Consider chess AI beats human players, and hello. I mean, the thing with Magic is there's so many variables. The biggest difference, and why I think it would be much, much harder for a computer to beat a human in Magic, is you have the variables that there are, depending on the format, thousands or tens of thousands of cards that are legal. In chess, it's the same pieces. It's the same starting point. Every single game, you have the same handful of pieces. They start in the same position. You do the same openings. In Magic, there's hidden information, and there's just so many possibilities. You don't know what's in your opponent's hand, so it's much more difficult to make the correct move in Magic, because not only do you not know what's in your opponent's hand, you don't even necessarily know what's in their deck. Like when you sit down to play against an opponent, you have no idea. You have no idea what may or may not be part of their deck. So not that, I mean, hasn't Magic been called the most complex game? Wasn't there like an article or a research paper a year or two ago saying it was like the most complicated game in the world or something? Maybe I'm misremembering that, but I'm pretty sure there was. First round was Molda 4, no lands. Take your subscription. Homeless Wizard. I was so happy that you scooped, because my opening hand that game, we were actually laughing about it because my hand was horrible. My opening 7 was no lands. Then I mulliganed to 6 and it was all literally 7 lands. So I mulliganed to 5 and I was like, oh no, there's no chance. And then thankfully your hand ended up being even worse than mine. And you ended up scooping it 4. So we got there somehow, but I thought we were in serious trouble there. Welcome to the Fishbowl, by the way, and good game. Sorry about the bad running. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Ooh, Rakdos, eh? See if our opponent's playing the sneaky swamps. Voldair and Epicure. Looks like a Oni call Anvil deck, most likely. Well, just play this. Grow our champion. Hit you for 2. I mean, did we get out of gold? I think we ranked out of gold, thankfully. Could AI play Burn? What would be so let's say we wanted to teach AI to play Magic and have it actually beat humans. Is Burn the best option? Maybe Mono Red? Mono Red might be even easier than Burn. Yeah, the season just reset. We got bumped back. We were the level below Mythic last season, just at the end. Mono Green, yeah, maybe Mono Green's even easier. You just kind of stomp them. Well, Stitcher's assistant. Sack the Shambling Ghast. Kill the Epicure. Do some pre-ordinating. Whoa, Village Rites. Oh, I didn't know Dex played Village Rites anymore. I thought it'd been replaced. You know what, maybe we just keep these. That's fine. They're not lands, which is awkward, but land on black. Keep the Shambling Ghast. Go. Oh, Treasure Hunt Zenith. Yeah, that would work. Cycle, win. It seems like that would work. Well, we will Shambling Ghast. Skull Scab, new and improved. Sack it. Zombie, kill the Blood Artist for sure. You don't write an algorithm to play Magic. You would do guided machine learning. That makes sense. Teaching AI to sideboard. I mean, most humans have a hard time. Sideboarding is hard. I have a hard time sideboarding sometimes. I've been playing Magic a long time. Sideboarding is definitely tricky. It requires so much. That's a problem. It requires so much unique knowledge to really work. Are we? Is this where we meet our match? Is this where we lose? Fellstigger. Sack the token. Mega zombie. Draw some cards. Double Oni Anvil is a little scary. Land on blue. Keep the land. Well, I mean, we get to play Necro. Is it going to be too slow? That's the question. There's this brush stroke, so we're getting drained. Ooh, opponent. Sacks it. Drains us. 12. We're getting burnt. We're getting burnt. We're getting burnt. Opponent, land. So we're taking 2 a turn for sure. Deadly Dispute. Okay. Drains us. Sanguine Brushstroke's pretty busted. Very, very strong. Double Blood Artist is very strong. About it. Blood Tithe Harvester. And a Blood Chief's Thirst. And down to 11. Well, I mean, we're playing Necro and seeing what happens, but I am not feeling confident with the amount of artifacts our opponent has. Our opponent has stacked up on there. I mean, it still drains. It just doesn't gain. So it's still just as good at killing. It's just not as good at stabilizing you. About it. Down to 10. Down to 9. 8, 7, 6. Yeah, we're just, whoo, so much. Oh, Skucky, first time sub. Hey, what's up, Arcane Gambit? Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One of my favorite machine learning stories is that a team that taught 4 bots to play catch, and then the bot found out how to flee out of the map they'd created. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I don't really know much about AI learning, honestly. That's not something I've researched much. Opponent smashes away our board. And then smashes into us. Ugh, down to 8, but it's way worse than that. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Whew! Looks a lot like death. Looks a lot like death. Tokens, pinging. Oh, we might have been able to beat 1 Oni Call Anvil. 2 Oni Call Anvils, though. That's so many. That's so many anvils. About it. Yeah, I wonder, we'll see. Oni Call Anvil, I wonder what format it's best in. Maybe it's this one because of Brushstroke just being so good for it. Opponent's going to try to make some hasty tokens. Block, block, ping, ping. Yeah, we're super dead. Like, we can counter it, but we'd have to sack it. Two anvils just too good. Yeah, 2 anvils is basically cat oven. Very, very close. And we are just not in the right color combinations to stop this meaningfully. I don't even know what we do. Like, what even could possibly stop this out of our deck? Huh. Not much. Not much. I mean, we can try to bring in, like, negates or duresses, but those seem pretty hard to miss. I guess Meat Hook. Meat Hook can help counteract our opponent's sack synergies. So I guess Meat Hook's definitely coming in. And I'll try it like that. Yeah, I mean, Anvil does definitely go in cat oven. I just looked it up because Magic has infinite possible size of board and infinite deck size and possibly endless games. It is impossible to have a deterministic algorithm. Well, go champion of the parish aggro. Few too many mountains, but otherwise this hand's fine. Champion of the parish, go. It's impossible to have a deterministic algorithm determine the best move. Okay, that makes sense. Even a quantum computer would not necessarily be able to find a path to victory. The problem doesn't even fall into NP. It's the only game in the world that researchers have documented outside of NP. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to have to research this more because I think it's an interesting topic. Well, get in with the champion. Pass the turn. Opponent. Mountain. Well, land on blue. Scry. I'll keep that. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks and sacks and draws. Sure. All right. I'm gonna draw some cards. 2 treasures. Land. Wow. Oh, that's so brutal. Oh, you shouldn't be able to meat hook that. That efficiently on turn 3. Meat hook X3 on turn 3 is yikes. Well, I mean, that is a power of treasures. What do you think? I don't know if we've talked about this. What do you think about essentially every color having ramp in treasures in standard? Do you think it's something I've been wondering about. Is it a good thing or a bad thing that essentially every deck is a ramp deck? And I'm not confident in the answer. Well, play a Skull Scab. I mean, I like treasures as an opponent. I'm sure has some instant speed removal. All right, no removal. I like treasures as a mechanic. I'm not sure about the prevalence of them in standard and like just every deck being a treasure ramp deck of some kind. I'm not sure if that's actually a good thing to have every deck be a green deck. Yeah, you got Goldspan, you got Magda, you got Prosperous Innkeeper, you got Caitlyn, you got Deadly Dispute, you got Shambling Gas. Like, if you look at the top tier, I think people have come to realize that ramping's powerful. Ramping's really, really good. That is one of the strongest things you can do in basically any format. Is, I mean, we learned this with the mana doubling era of standard, where standard was dominated by mana doubling. Getting ahead of your opponent on mana is just one of the best things you can do in a game of Magic. Yeah, this feels like a really bad matchup for our deck. I do not think we can get through this. Like, our opponent's just outdrawing us. They're out grinding us. They found the anvil again, so they're out burning us. They're just getting us on like every level here. Oh, I'm glad we're no longer in mana doubling standard. That was a low point. Oh, remember Nissa coming down and just like the feeling of like, oh, either you have a removal spell to kill this right now or the game ends. Those were fun times. And like fires and wilderness reclamation, those were even worse in some ways, because like either you stop this at instant speed during your opponent's turn or the game ends. At least Nissa you could use sorcery speed stuff. That was a wild standard when just every deck. Oh my goodness, so many Deadly Disputes. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to keep up with this card advantage. Yeah, opponents had a lot of card draw on the top. Well, land on black. I mean, we'll keep the assistant. I guess we'll kill the Blood Tithe Harvester. Unclear if this is relevant. Pass the turn. What is new in Lantern Control that has brought it back a little bit? Urza Saga mostly. Urza Saga is really, really strong in that deck. I mean, Urza Saga is really, really strong, period. But it is it is doubly strong, I think, in that deck because you tutor up your combo pieces, your lanterns and whatnot, your mill rocks, and you can win just by making big tokens, which is something that Lantern couldn't do before. You actually have games where we played it on stream. You can find it on the replay YouTube. But we played it on stream, and you have some games where you're just like draw a couple Urza Sagas and you make a bunch of 10/10s and just kill your opponent. Like Urza Saga, so the power level of that card is just staggeringly high. Okay. Assistant. Sack the Shambling Ghast. Yeah, we just have not drawn. We have not drawn enough this game compared to our opponents. Really, it was that turn 3 Meat Hook Massacre off the double treasures that I think won our opponent the game. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we can do that again. Kind of for minimal value. Oh, we don't even have another blue source? Okay, well. Sure, play the land, assistant, sack, help our opponent, headless rider, play the headless rider. Well, this deck is pretty sweet. I think Necroduality Zombies, because of the buffs, is pretty sweet. We're gonna go what, 5-1 with the deck, I think. Assuming we end up losing this one, which seems incredibly likely. Hey, what's up, Bulldog? I'm doing well. I mean, we're playing Necroduality. Of course I'm doing well. Well, it's nice to see this deck work for someone. Maybe it's just I don't know. We played decks like this in 2 formats, and I was kind of medium on them. Like, the synergies were really sweet, but it felt like it was just too easy to get bodied by decks that were playing good cards rather than a bunch of 1/1s. But I don't know, it's looking good here. Maybe it's just the Sanguine Brushstroke thing. Like maybe that's the difference is you have Sanguine Brushstroke. Well, second assistant. I mean, I guess Meat Hook Massacre is a potential draw, but there are very few draws that can get us back in this game. I think it's got to be Meat Hook Massacre. I think that's the only possibility. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Well, yeah, we'll just die casting our random things, drawing some cards, but yeah, we're dead. Opponent says, good game. Okay, I appreciate that, opponent. I don't play a land. Yeah. Oh, well, we're not going out on top, but the deck is still pretty busted. So I know. Some people are morally opposed to. We hit our card draw too slow. Like, our opponent hit all their card draw like 3 turns before us, and by the time we got to do anything, it was too late. It was cool to see the sacrifice deck actually be good for once. So I know some people just really don't like alchemy, but if you do play alchemy, I would recommend trying out Necroduality Zombies because Stitcher Assistant suddenly became awesome. Skull's Gab suddenly became awesome. Sure, we lost the last game, but overall the deck crushed it, and I think the deck's actually like legitimately very, very powerful. You get Fast Champion the Parish, you get crazy Necroduality, you get so many good zombies, you get the counter spell stuff, so it's just a really, really strong deck. But on that note, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. So reminders on the way out the door, and I'm gonna go read about this algorithm thing because it's interesting to me now. Replay YouTube. If you missed anything, you can find it there. Normal YouTube. Yesterday we did some pioneering for Budget Magic. Tomorrow we are shrining for Against Odds, so check that out. One more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook you up. Most importantly, thank you to each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome. It's spectacular. And I hope you have an amazing night. Have a wonderful Wednesday. And we'll be back on Thursday, not only to do some streaming, but Thursday might be a unique stream because I believe Wizards is going to be doing some new Capina spoilers right as we are streaming. So we'll get to check out new cards, a sneak peek at the newest set along with the stream stuff. So until Thursday, everyone, have a great night. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon. Uh-oh. Should probably raid someone, shouldn't we? I will talk to you. I will talk to you right now because I forgot to fire up the raid. Boom, raid impending. All right, everyone, have a good one, and I really will talk to you soon. As soon as the raid's ready. Wait for it. Boom. Go say hi to Lee.